Greg Phillips.
Welcome to Cleveland High Football on Mix 104.1 tonight here at McMinn County High School in Athens, Tennessee, known as the Friendly City. It's going to be the Cleveland Blue Raiders looking for victory number 1 on the year as they dropped a home game last week to arch rival Walker Valley. Cleveland trying to get back on the winning track tonight as they come up here to Cherokee land to take on the Cherokees, a very, very good Class 5A team. And I think we're going to take a break here in a moment of silence as they honor some people here. And so we'll be back in 60 seconds.
This is Neil Scott, GM of United Structural Systems. We're currently looking to expand our teams at both our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Knoxville offices. We have a first-class benefits offering with medical, dental, vision, and ancillary benefits, PTO upon hire date, referral bonuses up to $2,500 per referral, 401k, and weekly production bonuses. And we have career paths, leadership development training, and even employer-sponsored industry certifications. If you're interested in joining, please go online at ussTN.com/careers or call us 423-320-8883.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace is the only national retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint. And when you buy a sample, we'll give you $5 off your next paint purchase. So if you want a new look for your home, look no further than Benjamin Moore paint at Ace.
Check out the Benjamin Moore collection to show the colors of your Bears, Blue Raiders, or Mustang Spirit. Only at Ace.
Offer valid on gallons of Benjamin Moore, Clark & Kensington, and Royal Paint. Limit one $5 coupon on 1 gallon purchase at participating Ace stores only. See store for additional details and exclusions.
And back here at McMinn County High School, as on the field, they're honoring the 1975 Cherokee team, 50 years ago today, of course. And so the 1975 Cherokees being honored here in Athens, Tennessee. We had a moment of silence there in memory of the 4 members of that team who are no longer with us. So anyway, a quick timeout for Mix 104.1, and now back to the game tonight. Cleveland 0-1 on the year. McMinn County comes in 1-0 on the year. Last week on MixTV.tv, Greg Phillips and Stephen Shelton brought you the game last Friday night of McMinn at Bradley. At halftime, Greg, it was a 10-0 count and everything going Bradley's way. And then Bo Cagle brought that tribe of Cherokees out, and it was a totally different second half.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, I don't know of any other way to say this, but the wheels fell off at Bradley Central. I mean, they had negative yardage in the second half. I'm not sure. And again, it was the weirdest thing I had seen from a Bradley Central team since I've been covering football, or since Damon has been the coach, and it was just really weird. They could get nothing going. They were just. Again, one of the things that happened was McMinn brought all their players up to the line of scrimmage. They were going to make Bradley beat them deep, and Bradley was just not able to do that. So again, that's Bo Cagle's coaching there at the half. But Terry, it was a tale of two halves and two different teams.
And then so tonight, McMinn hosting Cleveland. Cleveland's first road game of the year under Coach Brown, and it's McMinn's first home game of the year, of course. So a lot of new things for both schools this week. Cleveland being on the road, McMinn hosting. And this pregame here on Mix 104.1 brought to you by Cleveland Ford Friday Night Football. We appreciate our friends at the 24/7 Movement and also ATS The Bridge for helping us with our pregame setup tonight. Join the 24/7 Movement and make a difference, keeping drivers and passengers safe on our roads. In memory of Dustin and Brittany Dillard. Find out more at the 247movement.org. ATS The Bridge raises awareness of the opioid epidemic, guiding people who are ready to seek treatment and encouraging them to sustain sobriety once they are clean. Find out more at atsthebridge.com. As we are in the Bradley Medical Center broadcast booth here on the campus of McMinn County High School in the friendly city of Athens, Tennessee. Cleveland, a 6A school due to enrollment, and McMinn, a 5A school. But McMinn is a very, very, very good football team. To show you the difference as we get ready for kickoff in this football game, McMinn on offense and defense starts 8 seniors. 8 seniors on offense, 8 seniors on defense. Cleveland starts 2 seniors on offense and 1 on defense. So you've got a tremendously experienced and very good McMinn County team, and you've got a new Cleveland team. So Blue Raiders have some speed, great quarterback, linemen coming along, developing. Almost all of the linemen new to starting in a varsity game. So you've got the very experienced Cherokees against the Cleveland Blue Raiders. And we'll take one more break, come back, and Greg will have the Honda of Cleveland starting lineup in just 90 seconds.
Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps? Dr. James Gooden offers office treatment that can make you look and feel better within a day. And your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit MilliganVein.com.
Selling mattresses the retail way isn't the best way. Most mattresses are made in a large factory and shipped hundreds of miles to a retailer's warehouse, where the retailer then marks them up and up before finally selling and delivering them. At Mermaid Mattress, we are the factory, so we eliminate the extra steps and create a direct line from our factory to you, saving you hundreds of dollars. So experience more than the national chain store can offer and spend your dollars locally. Mermaid Mattress, better price, better sleep, better life.
This Labor Day weekend, the deals are rolling at Toyota Cleveland. Join us Saturday, August 30th and Monday, September 1st for our huge Labor Day sale. When you buy a new Toyota, you drive home in more than just a car. You'll also take home a brand new TV, absolutely free. And that goes for used cars too. That's right, new ride, new TV. So don't miss your chance to save. But also hurry, the offer's only good for 2 days. Find us off Exit 20 off I-75 or shop now at ToyotaCleveland.com.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campus in Cleveland. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Terry Evans along with Greg Phillips here on Mix 104.1. Tonight, the Blue Raiders of Coach Brown come in to take on the Cherokees of Coach Bo Cagle. And Greg Phillips, the Honda of Cleveland starting lineup.
Thank you, Jerry. So we'll go on offense for the home team, McMinn County. Starting at left tackle, number 58, Ace Cagle. At left guard, number 76, Ty Miller. At center, number 72, Philip Hamby. Right guard, number 77, Camden Goforth. The kid's a bulldozer. He's fun to watch. Right tackle, 53, Jackson Lyle. At running back, is going to be Drake Frazier and as well as Jacarian Dyer. Dyer carried. They list Frazier as the starting running back, but Dyer carried the ball most of the time at Bradley. So at wide out will be number 8, Jacarian Dyer, number 18, Xavier Cole, and at the Z, number 9, Marshall Goodner. H-back, Bryson Akers. At the Y, number 13, Nathan Kessler. Had a great game last week as well. And leading him at quarterback is 6'1", 191-pound junior, number 4, Luke Lawson. Starting for Cleveland on defense, at defensive back, number 8, Cam Wilson. Number 3, Braden Miha. Number 5, Kyrie Scott. And number 14, Kyrese Westfield. At linebacker will be number 20, Landon Lowe. Number 0, Max Denatalis. Number 7, Lacorius Edens. And number 4, Emilio Green. Defensive line is going to be number 33, Dax Evans. Had a great game last week. Number 51, Noah Nichols. And number 53, Gage McDowell. That's your Honda of Cleveland starting lineup for tonight, Terry.
Thank you very much, Greg. As Honda of Cleveland, located on South Lee Highway with the starting lineup. We'll have the coin toss. It's going to be brought to you by Cleveland Fasteners and Supply for all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else. And if they ain't got it, you don't need it. Cleveland Fasteners and Supply on Starview Drive. Starview Drive brings back so many pleasant memories, Greg. And this is back before you'd even been thought of, but there used to be a drive-in theater called the Starview down there at the intersection of Key Street and South Lee Highway. So many pleasant memories, but
any stories you want to tell us about that, Terry?
Not on the air, no, sir. No. But Cleveland Fasteners and Supply on the Starview Drive. First quarter will be brought to you by Cleveland Ford. Second quarter by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts, USSTN.com.
Oh, McMinn County's brought the horse back.
Oh, yeah, the horse is back. And there's a smoke bomb on the field. So, a young lady riding a beautiful Palomino horse out there from goal line to goal line. And that horse can fly.
That looks like me running down the field, Terry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the size-wise, probably not the speed.
Oh, Greg the Palomino. Let the rumors begin. But, yeah, good observation there, Greg, about the horse. I hadn't seen that horse in a while. So.
Yeah, most definitely. It's cool to see these, again, to see these hometown traditions and all that. So really cool to see that, and excited about this game as we get ready to bring the captains out.
And after the coin toss, we'll have a 30-second spot from the studio, brought to you by Don Ledford Automotive. First drive of the game will be by First Horizon. First Horizon Bank will find a way. On Key Street near Chick-fil-A and 25th Street at Chambliss. So Blue Raiders sending out 4 co-captains as we get ready for the coin toss. Emilio Green is 1. Also coming out, Quentin Jones, Kason McGowan, and also Brashawn Beard. And for the Cherokees... for the Cherokees coming out will be Jonah Martin, also co-captain Jake Ramey, Jacarian Dyer, I believe that's the one they named the Peanut.
Peanut, that's him.
And then the final co-captain for the Cherokees, Ace Cagle. So those are the co-captains meeting at midfield in just a moment. And while we have a second here, some reason, don't know what they're trying to accomplish. The co-captains are ready. Band's off the field, horse is off the field, and I guess we're ready for the co-captains to meet. Man with the white hat in front of the McMinn bench. So, getting ready for the coin toss, Greg.
He's over here, the referee's over here having a good old time with the McMinn coaching staff.
And here come the Blue Raiders on the field. And 4 shirtless workers coming out there, guys with the hard hats on. And instead of shirts, they've got yellow paint on and black pants. So
they're ready to go, Terry.
They are cheerleaders with the reflective vest on as though they're working today, Greg.
It's a work atmosphere here at McMinn County tonight. The Blue Raiders got to go to work.
And in the stands on the far side of the field from us and looking directly into the sun, there are about 20 students there, give or take that number. And they're all dressed up in work outfits with the hard hats and guys painted in yellow on top. So co-captains meet at midfield before we send it back to the station for the 30-second break. And the white hat talking to both teams. We're almost ready for kickoff here. Cleveland at McMinn. Longtime rivals. Great ball games throughout the years.
There have definitely been some good ones in this rivalry, Jerry. You've seen pretty much all of them, but just through the years, just some battles at these teams and some talent that have come through both sides of this stadium.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure to see a lot of McMinn Cleveland games throughout the years. Some so entertaining games. Looks like McMinn is going to be calling the shots here. See who won the toss. Cleveland will be receiving, McMinn defending the north goal. And so we send it back to the station for this 30-second break.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Before we kick off this football game, we've got to give credit where credit is due. Keeley back at the station running the board. Greg, if Keeley wasn't there, I don't know you and I could do this.
Well, if she wasn't there, I wouldn't be here. That's
right.
part of my contract is she has to run the board. So she always does a great job. Just she's a pleasure to work with, and always love it when we jump on and we hear her voice as the one that's going to be doing it and keeping us on the air tonight.
Absolutely. So, Keeley, once again, thank you for all your work. And to kick off the Cherokees, as we're ready for football here on Mix 104.1, game number 2 of this season, the last August game that we'll have this year, of course. And so everybody have a very good Monday, the holiday, Labor Day. Kicking off, and Greg, we're going to make a stab at this. The kicker for McMinn, Kraskouskas.
Hold on. Kraskouskas.
Okay. And he kicks it off into the end zone. Cleveland will have it at the 20-yard line. So the D comes out for McMinn County. One thing you can count on for McMinn County, regardless of what year it is, what kind of team they have, they're going to line up and just knock your teeth.
They're going to come out. They're going to hit hard. They're going to play physical. That's one of the things I love about just coming and watching this team, because they take on the attitude of their coach, and Coach Cagle is just a hard-nosed coach, and he makes sure his players are going to play hard, and that's one of the things I love about watching these guys.
Blue Raiders will take the field. McGowan will be calling the shots. Junior quarterback trips to the Cleveland side of the field from their 20. 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage. Fake pass going to be caught by Westfield. They miss him to the 30, to the 40, to the 45-yard line in front of the McMinn County bench. Westfield with a great play, a nice fake. McMinn with it, and then when Westfield caught the ball out in the left flat, he spun, the DB missed him, and he goes for about 16 yards. Actually, 26 yards.
Yeah, and Terry, they've got to find a way to get him the ball. That's what they didn't do last week against Walker Valley. They've got to get the ball in the playmakers' hands.
Here's a fake to Mihawk coming through, and a keeper, as going nowhere, will be McGowan. They didn't get him down, but they stopped his progress. So,
very slow developing play there, and the McMinn County defensive line was able to get to him before he could get anything going in towards the secondary.
This time, Emilio Green and Mihawk will be wide to the right side, again the Cleveland side.
They've got with Westfield on this side over here one-on-one against Gonzalez. They've got to take advantage of that matchup.
They look that way. Bomb down the left sideline and holding. Gonzalez had no choice. He couldn't stay with Westfield. In fact, Gonzalez was holding him so much he pulled the towel out of the back of Westfield's uniform.
Gonzalez was going to try to throw that flag himself. He knew it was pass interference. But Terry, I will tell you, if every time that Westfield is lined up against Gonzalez one-on-one over here, they've got to throw him the ball. Gonzalez, and again, they're going to have to put a safety over the top with Westfield over here one-on-one, because that's not a matchup that's not a good matchup for McMinn County with Gonzalez on Westfield.
So 2 plays from the line of scrimmage, 2 first downs for Cleveland. Nice way to start this ball game. And for Cleveland, coming in will be Titus Matthews in place of Westfield.
He's a large human.
And
he's about, what is he? He's 6'2", 6'3", Terry, probably?
Yes, about 6'2", and didn't have any balls thrown his way last Thursday night when they played Walker Valley. Really don't know what the officials holding up the play for.
Yeah, he's a senior, hadn't played any for him, but
well,
yeah.
He moved in.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. There we go.
Out of state. I think he came from Arkansas.
Okay.
And here's a give to Brayshawn Beard. His first carry of the game, cuts it upfield inside the 30. Brayshawn Beard running with authority and moved the chains for the 3rd play in a row. Greg, this is one way to start a football game.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, this is a much better looking drive than pretty much anything we saw last week against Walker Valley. So again, doing a really nice job mixing the run and the pass and taking advantage of the mismatches. And speaking of mismatches, I see they've taken Gonzalez off the field and they've added a different defensive back over here, but it looks like it's kind of the same matchup, and Cleveland is going to look to take advantage of it.
Westfield back in and being sent off the field. Now, he was back in plenty of time, Greg.
I think it's something it's an equipment issue. I'm not sure what they're trying to get him to do, but they're making him push
and his replacement, Matthews, is going out. So all of a sudden, we've got proper attire or no attire at all.
This kid may get sent out as well.
Not yet, but they're looking him over. So coming in for Cleveland, the 3rd player to come in, Cam Wilson. And here's McGowan going to the air on the right side. Pass is going to be caught. Looked like enough for a first down before being thrown back is Braden Miha. Braden Miha, one of the players that we interviewed on Meet the Raiders this week. And so very pleasant to talk to, nothing but positives. I asked him about coming out 3 times last week with cramps and getting back in the game each time, and he said, I knew I had to gut it out.
Yeah, and again, you talk to the players. He's kind of the heartbeat of this team. They look to him for that.
High snap, but they get the ball to Brayshawn Beard. He goes inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Cleveland is in the drive zone. The key of Cleveland drive zone. Anytime a team is within the 20-yard line, they're in the drive zone. So Cleveland knocking on the door, and we get an official's timeout. Is it a clock issue?
Well, I think they're just wanting to call a timeout after every single play, so let the officials reset or something. I don't know. We've had an issue every single play with the officials.
And talking to the McMinn coaching staff, Bo Cagle looks up here to the press box. So now the official will trot across the field.
I think he was looking at you, Terry.
I can't give him a signal right now.
Okay. I think he was looking at you.
So he's talking to Coach Brown now. It's got to be a clock issue. No score here in the first quarter. 9:29 on the scoreboard. Can't say that is correct.
The 25-second clock is not working. That's what he's telling. I just realized he put his hand up in the air, so that the 25-second clock's not working. Is what's so they're going to keep that with the back judge.
Full house backfield. First time we've seen that in forever and ever. Pass to the end zone. Did he hang on? Yes, he hung. Oh, out of bounds at the back of the end zone. Touchdown pass was complete, but they're going to rule that the Cleveland receiver was out of the end of the end zone. Quentin Jones couldn't quite get a foot down before going out of bounds. What a design play there with a full house backfield Greg. This is so unusual to see that.
Yeah, it was a great play, and he had the ball, and then when he rolled through after he caught it, he just couldn't hold on to it through the roll, and they called it incomplete. Same play.
McGowan rolling, looking. He's going to be. Is he in? No signal yet. Yes, he's in. Johnny Kaufman coming into the press box. Long time and a great broadcaster. Retired now, but it's good to see Johnny Kaufman. Cleveland on the board, and Cleveland has its first lead of the season, their first touchdown of the season at 6-0 here with 9:11 to go in the first quarter. A thing of beauty by Cleveland from the kickoff, actually from the 20-yard line because the kickoff went to the end zone, but an 80-yard march by the Blue Raiders. So Cleveland late getting a player on the field. And now Sloan Bolaños to attempt the point after. Had all of Cleveland's points last week. Kick in the air, and Bolaños is 1 for 1 on the year. The Cleveland Blue Raiders jump on top at make that the 9-11 mark of the first quarter. 7-0. Cleveland will be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Duracell in Cleveland is hiring mechanical skilled technicians, $22 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com.
When you need a new roof, it's all about trust. Your home is too big an investment and you can't afford to make a mistake. Cleveland Plywood has the products and expertise you're looking for. Contractors have trusted them for over 50 years, and they carry only proven products from reputable suppliers like IKO. IKO Cambridge is one of the heaviest weight asphalt shingles you can buy, and their limited warranties are among the industry's best. Protect the investment you've made in your home. Go with the pros at Cleveland Plywood, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland. Call 472-3357.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
The Blue Raiders on top, 7-0, the first drive of the game, and Cleveland goes 80 yards on some beautifully designed plays, and Cleveland's on top after the McGowan getting into the end zone. Kickoff taken at the 2-yard line. McMinn will come to the middle of the field, the 20, and hanging on to bring him down. They had Josiah Langford, a sophomore, hanging on to the ankles because that one was going to go for distance if he did not do that. So McMinn will touch the ball for the first time. And quarterback, 2-year starter, Luke Lawson, a junior. And behind him will be Peanut Dyer.
Yeah, he carried the ball about 20 times last week against Bradley, so he'll see the majority of their carries.
Goes left side and fights for a couple of hard yards. Cleveland doesn't give him anything, and the Blue Raiders come up. LaCoris Eddings there with friends. And you could just see the push of the offensive line, Greg, as they go to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest offensive line that in our area, and not even close. They're big and they're strong.
And seasoned.
Okay, I was going to say that's got to be a penalty.
Yeah, Dyer moves a foot. Yeah, a seasoned offensive line. 4 seniors, 1 junior, all coming back from last year. So, for the Cherokees, 2nd and long coming up. Ball to be spotted at the McMinn 26. Same set. And Dyer hit. Oh, what a play by Cleveland. Evans came up. Eddings came up. And Dyer got no blocking on the right side. So, practically unblocked 2 Blue Raiders.
Yeah, Terry, Cleveland is walking their linebackers up. They've walked their defensive backs up. They are going to make this McMinn team beat them with the pass. We'll see if Lawson can do it, but that's what they're going to do. They're lining these guys up. They're bringing them to the line of scrimmage. They're going to make them beat them with the pass.
Goforth out. He lost a helmet, so he had to come out. Big lineman going to West Virginia next year. Pass over the middle and knocked down. Great defense by Scott. Cleveland's Scott knocks the pass down over the middle. No flag on the play. He just got the arm around the receiver without touching and knocked the ball away at the last second.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice play right there to put them in fourth down, and Cleveland's going to get the ball back.
So Blue Raiders make McMinn go 3 and out on their first possession.
Lawson's the punter as well, so you've always got to, I mean, I don't think they'll do it here, but you've always got to be careful of that. And he had some really good punts last week.
And ball's going to hit at the 35 and roll out of bounds near the 25 of Cleveland. No return. So 2 kicks by McMinn, the kickoff and the punt, and no return yardage for Cleveland, but that's okay. Cleveland has good field position and scored on their first drive. It's Cleveland 7, McMinn nothing with 7:38 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I think Lawson averaged about 50 yards a punt last week. I mean, he had 160, like 62, 63 yarder. So he's got a booming leg as well. Terry, be curious right here to see how does Cleveland follow up that last drive, by far their best drive of the year. How do they follow up that here in drive number 2?
So McGowan with Brayshawn Beard standing beside him. And nice fake pass a little bit behind Scott, so incomplete.
McGowan's pass.
Kyrie Scott just couldn't get turned enough on that one.
Yeah, a little too far outside. He was turning one way, and McGowan threw it over the other shoulder, so couldn't get his hands around to catch that.
Scott will be slotted as the slot receiver on the left side on this play. And keeper McGowan going against the grain, trying to get a block on the corner. Got one, and he'll go about 2 yards short of a first down, and a flag on the play.
Yeah, that was kind of that was kind of a busted play. I'm not sure if the running back went the wrong direction, but somebody went the wrong direction there, and McGowan had to improvise.
So, see here, most likely a block in the back. And here we go with the mark-off. No indication yet from the official. Now we get one. He's asking the McMinn coaching staff if they want the penalty, and it's already been marked off. What if they say no? Can they find the original line?
They'd make one up as they went.
Okay.
See, Terry, you can't set me up like that. You're trying to get me in trouble right out of the chute here.
You've had an easy day, Greg.
Yeah, you're just trying to push me. I see how it is, trying to push my buttons.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and long.
First negative for Cleveland in the ball game. McGowan going to screen to the left side. Ball is caught and across the 20 to the 21-yard line as Westfield on the receiving end. His second, he didn't catch one a while ago because he got interfered with, but second time they've targeted Westfield for the ball.
No, that's his second catch. Remember, he had that first play of the game for 24 yards.
You're right, yeah. Second time holding against the Cherokees, or he would have had a TD.
Yeah, he had blown by him, and he had to grab him.
3rd and long for Cleveland. 15-yarders almost always kill a drive. Hard to overcome. Ball to be snapped at the Blue Raider 21-yard line.
Got a one-on-one matchup over here with Westfield. You've got to go that direction.
Eddings in there to block, and it's going to be a sack back at the 16-yard line. A Food City sack of McGowan's first sack of the game, so defense rises to the occasion for the Cherokees on the second drive of Cleveland, a 3-and-out for the Blue Raiders. Quarterback sack brought to you by Food City, Ocoee Crossing, McGrady Drive, and Georgetown Road.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. And Westfield, McGowan, had he had time, Westfield had come open in the middle of the field.
So Bolaños inside his own 10, standing at his 5. Frazier won the deep ones for the Cherokees. Good snap. Sloan will take his time. And now he'll kick a rugby-style kick. Takes a hop, caught inside the 50 at the Cleveland 48, and returned to the 46 of the Blue Raiders. Only a couple of yards on the return for McMinn County. And the returner, Drake Frazier. So McMinn has their best field position as they'll start in Cleveland territory. Second drive for them of the first quarter. Cleveland up 7-0, 5:20 to go in the first quarter.
See if that defense can answer the bell one more time here, Terry, with McMinn in great field position.
Give, right side, looking for a block, and Cleveland's going to stuff him at the 40-yard line. Big pancake block out there on the Blue Raiders. Jackson Lyle threw a pancake block on the defender, and the ball will go to the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup there. Carrying the mail was Jackson Gonzalez. As Greg pointed out off the air a while ago, Gonzalez, point guard for the basketball team. Lawson looks, fires over the middle, caught. Nice play at the 20-yard line. And coming up with that is Drake Frazier. Frazier had a big game down at Bradley last Friday night.
19 on that one.
So first down for the Cherokees. Clock running at the 4:25 mark. McMinn trying to tie the game. Twins to both sides. And here is a keeper by Lawson. Everybody went toward Peanut Dyer.
Ooh, that's almost a late hit.
Lawson carries and goes to the 10-yard line. Could have been called there. Very close to a late hit on Lawson, as it will be. Wait.
He's marked it past the mark. Okay, I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure out. He's marked it past the marker, but it's not a first down. I'm trying to figure out what was going on there.
First and goal to go. Dyer left side. Oh, Cleveland missed a tackle and into the end zone. Dyer. One of the Blue Raiders looked from here like he had a chance, but Dyer went right past him.
I don't think he thought he had the football, Terry. I think he thought he didn't hand it off.
So from 10 out, Dyer's first touchdown tonight. He had one at Bradley last week, and it's a 7-6 game. McMinn answers with a 46-yard drive here in the first quarter. 3:49 to go in the first quarter. McMinn to attempt the point after. Kick in the air. We are tied at 7. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Check out the great savings this August at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Nissan needs to make room for the new 2026 models, so they have 0% APR on 2525 Murano, Rogue, or Pathfinder, or just 1.9% APR on Frontier, and thousands off brand new 2026 Nissan Rogues. Want to trade in your old car? Nissan is giving up to $7,000 over book value when you trade, and they will buy your car even if you don't buy theirs. Shop in person on exit 20 off I-75 or visit cleveland-nissan.com. Payments are per month for 75 months. Does not include tax, tag, title, or dealer doc fee. Must finance through the dealer, subject to credit approval and pick from new dealer stock.
Game tied at 7 with 3:49 to go in the first quarter. McMinn has just tied the game. And touchdowns tonight brought to you by Tennessee Valley Urology, tnvalleyurology.com, with offices in Cleveland, Athens, and now open in Ooltewah. Tennessee Valley Urology. Extra points by Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts, 423-716-3762.
Terry, let me throw an interesting one at you here. Bradley Walker Valley in the first. Bradley up 13-0.
Really?
Yeah, that kind of surprises me.
Surprises me too.
They Walker Valley fumbled a punt, and which helped them score.
Ball out of bounds on the kick. Cleveland has it at the 20. So 3:49 here. Cleveland offense in the huddle over in front of the bench.
Yeah, 2 touchbacks by the McMinn kicker.
So out of bounds after it went into the end zone. So Cleveland football.
Dave, what's this little huddle of officials down here at the 20-yard line?
Beard will go up the middle, across the 20, a couple of yards, not much. Greg, just in case there's cramps tonight in the officiating crew, we've got 3 assistants down there just waiting to get their striped shirt out on the field.
Maybe they're just going to rotate them.
It's referee training night.
Apparently.
3 yards for Beard. Give him the 23. 2nd and 7. Just over 3 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7. High snap again. That's been the story tonight. Here's the pass going to be caught. And Green is knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nice play that time by Emilio Green, one of 9 seniors on this football team. And Emilio, the only one listed as a two-way start. No, it's also Evans is a two-way starter, but just 2 seniors starting on the offensive front for Cleveland tonight.
McGowan 4 of 6 for 54 yards here in the first quarter, having a nice first quarter.
First down at the 35 as Green did a crossing pattern, and McGowan put it right where it needed to be. Beard, nothing. Absolutely nothing. He is surrounded by Cherokees looking for his scalp. He'll go out after no gain on the play, and coming in will be Anthony Eddings as the running back. Also coming in for the Blue Raiders, Caden Thompson. Caden getting more playing time here in the first quarter. Almost lined up offsides. 2nd and 10. Rolling, looking, McGowan fires, is going to be caught by Scott. Nobody close to him. He'll have a first down and goes out of bounds hard at midfield. Talk about laying off a receiver, Greg. They were just nowhere around Scott.
Yeah, he was. I mean, McGowan's rolling that way, and they're still not covering him. So that was, they just didn't come up and take him right there. And that's a really nice 15-yard gain for Scott.
2:21 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7 here in Cherokee land. Eddings, a running back. They'll fake to him, go to Scott. Scott has it. Scott has the 40. Maybe a first down. Very close. So
they give him the 10 yards. They give him the first down.
Nice play by Scott. Couple of receptions there for Scott. Looking good. Green goes out. Scott goes out.
McGowan, 6 of 8 for 79 yards, Terry, here in the first quarter. He's doing a really nice job managing this offense.
We go under the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, tied at 7. Not Green. Let's change it. A high snap again, and almost losing the ball, fumbling it up in the air, but coming down with it was Anthony Eddings. And then Anthony, who might go 150, was clobbered by a couple of Cherokees at the line of scrimmage. In fact, they'll say he didn't get the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they just better be happy that he made it to the ground with the football on that one, Terry, and start all over.
2nd and 11 from the Cherokee 41-yard line. Getting late in the first quarter, tied at 7. McGowan backs up, looks left, goes to the right. Pass is going to be caught. Miha out there, and they hang on to the ankles. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first, but his first catch of the game. Braden Miha, a junior. As we said in the interview this week, nothing but positives from him. And we have Westfield out here one-on-one.
Got to go to him.
He's going to be covered by Drake Frazier.
Terry, into the first, 14-0 Bradley. So Bradley scored to make it 14-0, and then Walker Valley fumbled the upcoming kickoff. So Walker Valley struggling at home right now.
Another high snap, and Brayshawn Beard, nothing to the left side. 3 Cherokees on top of him and 1 standing up, giving them congratulations. So no running to the left right now for Cleveland.
4th and 2. I mean, I'm sure they'll go for it here, but they'll probably take it. They'll let the clock run out here in the first quarter, and then I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down.
And we're at the end of the first quarter here on Mix 104.1. Thank you so much for being with us. The score at the end of 1, it's going to be Cleveland 7, McMinn 7. We'll be back in 60. This first quarter brought to you by Cleveland Ford. Back in 60.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the free eScore home evaluation program offered by Cleveland Utilities. This program offers invaluable advice from experts trained and approved by TVA. A network of contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Sign up online at www.2escore.com or call Cleveland Utilities at 472-4521 to learn more. Always looking for ways to help our community. We are Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
4th down coming up for Cleveland, 4th and 2 as we go to the second quarter. And we'll give a note about the offensive line in just a moment. Cleveland on 4th and 2.
Jay, I'm going to roll McGowan out right here, give him a chance to dump it off or a chance to take it himself.
He backs up, looks, fires over the middle. Is it picked? It's picked. Interception, McMinn County. Maddox Frazier comes up with the second pick of the year on McGowan, and he got that one off the top of the grass. Of course, artificial grass here at McMinn and practically everywhere else. So McGowan had time on 4th and 2 and threw it over the middle and scooping it up off the top of the grass, Frazier. So Maddox Frazier, number 0 in the program. Cleveland has its own number 0 in Max Denatolis.
Yeah, that was like a good punt. Matt Frazier should have let that one hit the ground, and they would have had much better field position.
Trips to the, and now they change it, man in motion, but they'll still go to the right side on a toss, and it's going to be Dyer, and Dyer is going to be swarmed by Cleveland. Good D by the Blue Raiders. He had 2 out in front of him, but Cleveland got through those blocks and throws him down. Very short gain, if any.
Yeah, I think they his blockers got a little bit too far out ahead of him. He had some space out there, but blockers were so far ahead of him, Cleveland was able to close.
And, okay, now cornerback comes over. We had a 2-on-1 situation for Cleveland's secondary there for a moment. Lawson all day. Looks. Now running out of time, is going to be hit and goes down. A Cleveland sack on Luke Lawson. Quarterback sacks brought to you by Food City. I think that's just a wonderful way of being an advertising.
Daxton Evans on that sack right there. So nice job by Evans. Had a nice game last week and starting another nice one this week.
Quarterback sacks by Food City. Ocoee Crossing, McGrady Drive, Georgetown Road. Lawson looking, going to go short instead of deep. Gonzalez has it, and Cleveland has him. Nice tackle by Emilio Green. Not much yardage, if any, gained in that, as they had Gonzalez covered. Lawson looked deep, but just not sure if the receivers weren't open or what, but he decided to go short as we tried to keep up with where the football was.
Cleveland should have good field position here.
10 minutes on the halftime clock, 7-7 here in McMinn. Low line drive, punt, hitting, and will not make the 50-yard line. It's going to die at the 45. So Cleveland with good field position, almost the exact spot where McMinn started a while ago and got their touchdown to tie the game.
Yeah, I tell you, it's interesting as I watch the Luke Lawson, the punter here. I mean, every punt against Bradley, he was booming. It had spin on it and everything else. And both kicks tonight, he struggled to get them in the air. It's just, again, you're talking about 16, 17-year-old kids, and it's different every day.
And, last week, 42-yard punting average for him at Bradley. But tonight, not quite the same in his first two punts. And Cleveland out there, we need to point out something. I said we'd do it last time. We didn't get it done. This time we will, as far as a offensive lineman out there for Cleveland. McGowan backs up after a 3-and-out by the Cherokees. Rolls, passes downfield, caught at the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds. McGowan rolls to his left and fires one directly into the hands of Westfield on the left side and move the chains. A big first down. Gabe let's try that again. Aya out there, offensive lineman for Cleveland, and unable to go tonight. Alex Rodas, he was hurt last week, dressed out tonight, but just can't move fast enough, and so he is out of the game. And here is Cleveland losing yardage on a run to the left side. So Brayshawn Beard carrying, but no chance there. Cleveland just not able to run to the left side so far. Just hasn't been productive. Coming back in for the Blue Raiders, Quentin Jones, and Green will go out. And Jones will line up just to the right of quarterback McGowan. 7-7 here in the second quarter. And McGowan is going to be, he throws it away. That'll be intentional grounding. He was in the grasp and going down. Had to throw it away. Problem was nobody was in the zip code of where he threw it. So Cleveland last week, maybe their lowest number of penalties in a game in years and years and years. Only 4 penalties last week against Cleveland when they played Walker Valley, and tonight that is 2 or 3, Greg?
That's 2.
So Cleveland already halfway to where they were last week for the game. 8:29 to go in the first half. Game tied at 7 here on Mix 104.1. Thank you for joining us on the regular signal or anywhere in the world on the My Mix 104.1 app. Ball all the way back to the 43. This drive started at the 45, so a big pass completion a while ago to Westfield, but now the intentional grounding backing things up. And also a running play that didn't go anywhere.
Second and Paul Huff for Cleveland here.
Good point, Greg. And Paul Huff's a long way off.
And it's slow.
McGowan with time over the middle and McMinn almost had a hand on it. And so Blue Raiders looking at their second punt of the game coming up. A little bit too much traffic over the middle that time. Back deep for the Cherokees. Drake Frazier. And Bolaños stands at his 43-yard line. Nice snap. Here they come.
Couldn't get it off.
And
he had to kick it left. Nice job kicking it left-footed right there.
Kicked it left-footed. It goes out of bounds at the 1.
What
out
a
of bounds
play.
at the 1 with a left-footed kick. He had done that rugby style kick on the first punt and just kept the ball back there, ran to his route, of course, and just kept the ball back there forever. McMinn was not going to put up with that again, and two of them came through, and he was forced to his left. He's a right-footed kicker, forced to his left, and Greg, he might need to go to left-footed punting.
Well, you got to remember, he's a soccer player. So his entire life he's kicked with both feet. So I've seen him kick. That's not the first time I've seen him kick left-footed, but just to have his bearings about him like that, Terry, and turn and kick that. Just a phenomenal play, and they're pinned. That they've got we're first and 99 right here for McMinn County. What a great play of the game thus far for Sloan Bolaños on that punt.
8:11 to go in the first half. Quarterback under center. How many times are you going to see that? And that offensive line pushes Blue Raiders backwards. We'll see where the quarterback ended up, but man, you're talking about punishment. Those monsters up front for the Cherokees just pushing people out of the way at will. And now that there's a little bit of running room, Lawson will come in. The regular quarterback comes in, goes shotgun with Dyer standing in the end zone. And here's a give. Dyer up the middle, hole there, and he stopped near the 10-yard line.
Got a penalty flag over here on the right side.
We'll see if it's a hold against the Cherokees.
I think from where they called it, that's probably what it's going to be.
So, see if Cleveland will push them back.
While we're waiting on that, Terry, 21-0.
Wow.
Bradley leads Walker Valley. Would not have bet that.
No, not at all. That game on 2 radio stations and MixTV.tv, Shelton and Heartline on MixTV.tv. Then you have Andy and Jacob on 99.1 Oldies, Gary Onby and JC on 101.3 ESPN. So 3 different stations and a late flag. Let's see what this one's all about.
This is a big play right here on a late flag, Terry. This either is going to pin them back or it's – so they did call them in. If that had been on Cleveland, that would have been a first down and would have got them out from under their goal post.
Personal foul, dead ball against the Cherokees. So they're going to be in the shot of their own goal as it is. Ball spotted near the 3. And third down. 3rd and long for the Cherokees. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Game tied at 7. Lawson looks. Flushed out of there. On the run. Throws. Incomplete. intended receiver, or the closest one to the ball, was Maddox Frazier, but ball was uncatchable. Goes into the Cleveland bench. No grounding. So therefore it's fourth, and the punter's going to be at the back of the end zone. But as Greg pointed out, that's your quarterback, Lawson, at the back there to take the snap and do the punting. Two punts so far below his average. So we'll see what he does here. Does Cleveland send the house? McMinn late getting people on the field.
They just keep sending people on the field.
How many's out there? If you're there, say amen.
Yeah.
Good snap. And it will be punted out of there, but it's going to be short. Fair catch called by Scott, but it rolls and hits one of the Cherokees at the 32-yard line.
Cleveland again, Terry, great field position after the defense held. Again, that drive belongs to Sloan Bolaños.
Oh, yes. Both feet of Sloan Bolaños.
Yeah.
6:41 to go here in the second quarter. Tied at 7. Cleveland scored on the opening possession of the game, and Cherokee scored on their second possession. We've been tied ever since.
McMinn is just their offense, and again, Terry, they scored when they had the ball in a good field position, but they just seemed out of sorts. That just hadn't been able to get anything going, any kind of rhythm or any kind of momentum.
Second quarter brought to you by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts. USSTN.com.
Cleveland here, great field position, a chance to punch one in and take the lead here.
It will be Brayshawn Beard standing beside McGowan. Scott in motion to the left side. And
delay a game.
5 yards against Cleveland.
How do you get a delay of game coming off a change of possession?
6:41 to go in the first half. Cleveland now, I believe, with as many penalties in the first half as they had the whole game last week. So McGowan to receive the snap. Looks, here comes the pressure. Blockers push back into McGowan. He fires on the run. Incomplete.
Westfield had to play defense there. That was right in the McMinn DB's hands.
And I thought Westfield might have got there a little early.
Oh, we probably did.
I don't
they didn't
see
call
a flag.
but
that one could have been worse than what it was.
Yeah, the McMinn defensive line is definitely having their way right now. I mean, McGowan is having to sprint out on as soon as he takes the snap because they're getting there quickly.
Here's McGowan. Pressure coming. Fires. One-on-one down the right side. Incomplete. Gonzalez on D. Ball intended for Mija. Goes incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but nothing enough to call a penalty on.
So the Blue Raiders look at 3rd and long. And neither team in the second quarter has found an offensive spark yet, Greg.
No, they definitely haven't.
6:27. Second quarter tied at 7.
Cleveland's got to get set here. Again, they've taken a long time.
Matthews wide to the right. And now empty backfield. Beard will also be over to the right. 5 receivers out. Here they come. And McGowan is going to be brought down. Another sack for McMinn County.
I think they're going to call a face mask on that. I'm not sure that was a face mask, but he may have gotten his face mask as he was going past him.
Cam Green made initial contact from his linebacker slot. And now they wave off the flag.
I didn't think it was.
So Cleveland looking at 4th and forever. Ball all the way back to the 49 of McMinn. A first down would be at the 23. Greg, you're a mathematician. Carry the 1, -6, multiply by 2.
About 27.
That's what I was coming up with.
It's a long ways.
Bolaños to kick. And I don't think he'll be holding the ball as long this time. One of the deep men for the Cherokees, Drew Bottoms. Good snap, kick away, and it's going to be Frazier at his 17. Frazier, 20. Frazier just short of the 30-yard line.
Nice return by Frazier right there, about a 10-yard return to give them good field position.
So McMinn has 5:26 on the second quarter clock here on Mix 104.1. Thanks to Keeley and everybody back at the station, Ryan and everybody associated with Mix 104.1 and our sister stations, MixTV.tv, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, and Oldies 99.1.
Terry, here in the second quarter, Cleveland has 9 yards of offense and McMinn County has 4.
A defensive coach Christmas vacation.
That's a hold.
There's a pass going to be caught. Ball on the floor. No, that's a helmet instead of the football. Losing his helmet is Drake Frazier, and he's not appreciative of that. Comes up, and he'll have to come out of the game.
Terry, that has to be a hold right there. I mean, he turned Miha all the way around. That's got to be a hold.
And no flag showing, so play will stand. Gonzalez wide left as 4 yards on the pickup. McMinn late getting a player in. Motion, right side. Give. Peanut Dyer up the middle. Peanut's driving, churning. They can't bring him down. He's still on his feet to the 50-yard line. The Blue Raiders just could not bring the 190-pound bowling ball to the floor. They were falling off like pins in a bowling alley as Dyer carries it for a first down, and they spot him at the 49 of McMinn.
That'll fire your team up right there, Terry.
And it has fired this crowd up.
And I'll tell you, this McMinn offensive line is really starting to take charge of this game.
First down. And right side, blocker out in front, and about 7 yards, flag very late coming in. Pass to Maddox Frazier. We'll see what the flag was. There were 3 Blue Raiders there trying to bring him down. Face mask against Cleveland. So that will be a first down for the Blue Raiders. For the McMinn County Cherokees. And momentum right now is on the home side of the field. Cleveland off to a great start, scored on the opening possession of the ball game. McMinn comes back and ties. In second quarter, not much offense. But McMinn inside the Cleveland 40 at the Cleveland 38. A new set of downs after the face mask. A keeper, Lawson, carries for the second time, hit from behind. Goes inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Flag on the play, away from all the action. Gonzalez got tied up with Miha on the opposite side of the field. No other players within 20 yards, and Miha is going to be called for a personal foul. And
yeah, those are things that Coach Brown doesn't deal with very well, and he's gonna have a quick conversation with Miha and
totally a long way other side of the field from everybody else. Jay Isbell will come in and play corner. Isbell, a freshman out there, so do you think they'll try to pick on him, Greg?
We'll see.
2 receivers to the left side.
He played well last week in spot duty.
Yes, he did. And looks like McMinn jumped. So, see, second quarter has been lots of penalties on both sides. 5 yards against the Cherokees to make it 1st and 15 at the Blue Raider 28-yard line. Actually, it's 23-yard line. Dyer standing beside Luke Lawson, junior quarterback, 2-year starter. Good snap, looking left. They're going against the freshman. Touchdown, Gonzalez.
You called that, Terry.
The Cherokees have the first lead of the game as they picked on the freshman, and Gonzalez made a pretty catch in the end zone. And the Cherokees lead this one at 13-7, 3:16 to go in the first half. And now they do the old Benny Monroe type play. Here's a give and not making the 2-point conversion. Lineman way to the left, snap, and the carry by Maddox Frazier, but he stopped short by Cleveland, attempting the 2-point run. And so with 3:16 to go in the first half, it's McMinn 13, Cleveland 7. We'll take 60 and be back. This is Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group.
Rock City and Ruby Falls are fun, but have you been down the Ocoee, camped at Harrison Bay, or on top of Fort Mountain? We are blessed with beautiful adventures all around us, and Honda Cleveland has the Honda to take you there. Hurry in for $5,000 off your choice of 25 Accord or CRV Hybrid. $5,000 off. Or choose 2.99% financing on Accord and CRV Hybrid. Either way, you'll see why KBB.com has named Honda America's best value brand. You can saddle up a new Ridgeline pickup, too, with financing as low as 0.99% for 60 months, and that'll save you hundreds in financing. Or if you need service, parts, and tires, at Honda Cleveland, you can get the work done now and pay over time with up to 3 months interest-free, with no hard credit check and a 90% approval rate. You've got some exploring to do, and we've got your ticket to ride. Honda Cleveland, your car, your way, every day. I-75 exit 20, 1 mile east. Hope to see you soon.
3:16 on the second quarter clock. McMinn 13, Cleveland 7 here on Mix 104.1. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips bringing you the action from the friendly city, Athens, Tennessee. Kickoff is going to be taken at the 5. 10, 15, and a trip at just across the 20 as Cleveland had Jay Isbell on the return.
Got the freshman back there returning kicks. That's interesting.
So on this Cleveland team, chances are really good that underclassmen will play because there's only 9 seniors on the roster out of 62. So practically 1/7 is seniors. Very low percentage. Here is Brashawn Beard to the left side, breaks a tackle, runs hard, just short of the 30. McMinn had him at the line of scrimmage, and he just got a Cherokee off his back and went forward.
So
nice
it gives
run.
him 7 carries for 25 yards. That's a real nice run by Beard right there. Cleveland needs to, they need to score right here, but they need to sustain a drive right here and make, again, show that they can move the football.
So Cleveland resets, rolling, firing, and incomplete. Both receivers stopped their routes, and McGowan, under pressure, threw back to the middle of the field, and even Cherokees weren't close to it. I don't know who did not run their route, or if McGowan thought somebody, or maybe just threw it under pressure. He was being chased. He was coming to his right, Greg, and stopped and threw back to the left.
Yeah, I think he thought somebody was running a post pattern right there, and neither one of the outside receivers were coming on that post to the inside. So, not sure what happened there.
And do we get a flag or a timeout?
Timeout, Cleveland.
So we'll take this timeout with them for 60 seconds. 2:39 to go in the first half. McMinn 13, Cleveland 7, back in 60.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families.
Make this the summer event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland.
Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams.
Up to $20,000 off MSRP.
Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers
with huge discounts.
Take advantage of model year closeout savings on a new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack.
Up to $20,000 off MSRP.
Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
On select models, stock 412318.
After the timeout, Cleveland has third down, need a short 4, just short of the 30. McGowan fires quickly, and they have first down yardage, and Westfield hangs on to it. He's having a really good night tonight, Greg.
Yeah, most definitely. He's played well. That gives him 61 yards on the night.
So chains will move, a first down, clock running at the 2:20 mark. We'll have the Southland Finance halftime stats and halftime program coming up in just a couple of moments. Here's a give, and it's going to be Brayshawn Baird bouncing off tacklers going forward. He is running very, very hard tonight. He makes the 40-yard line. Tough running against a tough defense.
Yeah, 8 carries, 31 yards for Beard here in the first half.
As we pointed out in pregame, McMinn starts 8 seniors on offense, 8 seniors on defense, and they're not the same 8. So a loaded McMinn County team. McGowan will roll. Look, going to keep it and go to the 45 and slide at the 50. Move the chains again. Clock stopped momentarily for the setting of the chains with 1:33 on the clock. Cleveland would absolutely love to go to the dressing room either tied at 13 or ahead 14-13.
They've got a nice drive going here. They got plenty of time. They've got timeouts left, so they definitely can methodically take this thing down the field.
Exactly at midfield. Fires. Westfield is there. Breaks a tackle. 35, 30, and down. Near the 27. Oh, Westfield again, and he comes up cramping. Westfield again made a D-back just spin and miss. So Cleveland's best drive since the opening drive of the game. We go under a minute. Clock running. McGowan rolls right. Looks.
He's got room.
Will run with the ball to the 20 and goes wisely out of bounds. That's quarterback smarts right there, going out of bounds at the 20. Forced out of bounds, I might add. He didn't. He had an option to try to cut upfield and go down, and Cleveland burn another timeout or go out of bounds, and he made it out of bounds very wisely.
Yeah, he made the right play right there. He may could have gotten a few more yards, but they would have had to have used a timeout right there. So nice job managing the clock right there, getting out of bounds and saving his body and giving Cleveland plenty of time here to try to get the ball in the end zone.
47 seconds on the clock. Second down, pass through the hands of Kyrie Scott. Couldn't hang on to the short toss.
May have been better there because he was going to get clocked right there for little to no gain, and the clock would have been running. So that may have been maybe better off missing that one.
Third down coming up. Ball at the 20-yard line. Need 4 for the first. 42 seconds. Motion back toward the quarterback. And it's a keeper by McGowan on the fake. Goes to the 15. Close to the first.
I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be short. They're going to use a timeout right here.
Clock running, and there is the Cleveland timeout. 28 seconds to go. This time it's a 30-second break for Mix 104.1. McMinn 13, Cleveland 7, back in 30.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated, and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezer stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
Greg, if you're going to dream big. As Cleveland looking at 4th down and 2. But anyway, always interesting off-the-air commentary between Keeley and us.
Most definitely. Terry, they originally marked the ball like 4th and inches, but his knee went down before that, so it's going to be like 4th and 2 right here. So, but it looks like they're still going to go for it.
So, deciding against a Bologna's field goal. McGowan rolls, tosses, it's there. Eddings, touchdown Cleveland. Lacorius Eddings ties this game, his first reception of the year. They normally don't use him as a receiver. He's in there to either create a hole or on D. He does a great job as a linebacker, and they rolled him out, and he was all by his lonesome, and Cleveland has tied this game at 13. What a great play call from the side.
That was a nice call right there.
David. Sorry, Greg.
No, I was just going to say, really nice call right there, and a really nice job by Edens getting to the end zone.
Kick by Bolaños. Cleveland has the lead at 14-13. We'll be back in 60 after giving credit to offensive coordinator David Barger for that call. Back in 60.
Sharpen those pencils, pack those snacks, and don't forget that back-to-school smile.
Whoa, did you get braces?
Yep, I went to Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga. They let me pick these colors. It was so easy.
Lucky, I can't wait to get braces.
At Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, we're here to get those pearly whites picture day ready.
Cheese!
Call 423-541-5500 or visit pdoc.com to book your back-to-school appointment today.
Big changes are coming to the Cleveland Family YMCA. A $5 million facility upgrade is now underway. It's part of the YMCA, or Metropolitan Chattanooga's 5-year strategic capital campaign called Vision 2028 Let's Grow. This major revamp includes a dedicated pickleball center and modernized spaces throughout the entire facility, including fitness and childcare. For the first time, all YMCA programs like YMCA YCAP, which is a youth intervention initiative, will be housed under one roof. These enhancements reflect the YMCA's commitment to serving more people and transforming lives. Learn more or get involved at clevelandtnymca.org.
The best half of the year for the Cleveland Blue Raiders. With 21 seconds to go till halftime, they lead McMinn at 14-13. Some great play calling and great execution by the Cleveland offense. And Bolaños' kick will be returnable at the 1-yard line. Middle of the field, 15, 20, still on his feet and down short of the 30. So, nice return that time by Maddox Frazier. So, it's going to be McMinn with 15 seconds to go. Do they take a knee? Do they air it out?
I think this is. Have you met Coach Bo Cagle?
I remember listening and watching to you and Shelton last Friday night, and with 2 minutes to go till halftime, and McMinn up 10-0, you were questioning Bo, and at home I was too about not using timeouts. So we'll see. He comes out winning the game. So
right, yeah. You know. I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing, but yeah, I felt like they needed to go after it. They're 4 wide over here.
And there's a toss. It's going to be a screen. Blockers out front and knocked out of bounds across the 40-yard line, the McMinn 40. On the receiving end, Drake Frazier. Still got 8 seconds to go. That's the biggest bunch package I've seen this year. 4 receivers on top of each other. 40-yard line, first down, 1st and 10, the McMinn 40. Cleveland gets set. This time, trips left, Twins to the right, or reverse that. Trips right, Twins left. 8 seconds on the clock. 60 yards to go for McMinn. And Luke Lawson looked like he wasn't exactly sure about the play, but he's going to run it. He's under pressure. Evans chasing. Evans brings him down. Pass is going to be caught at the 40-yard line. The Cleveland 40 to the 10 and down inside the 10, but the quarterback's knees were on the ground. Cleveland had tackled him. Dax Evans had tackled him. His knees were on the ground. He threw the ball. It was caught by Drake Frazier.
Terrible call right there. That is an absolute terrible call right there. I'm glad it didn't cost Cleveland anything, but that was a terrible call.
And the clock shows 0. McMinn is heading to the locker room, so the half ends after that play, and so McMinn stopped near the Cleveland 10. The play is ruled a pass completion, and Frazier got it down to near the 10. Officials are not off the field yet. They're still discussing it, but the teams are off the field.
They need to discuss why they didn't call him down over here, because his knee was obviously on the ground.
And we'll see if Cleveland actually goes to the dressing room. Interesting situation in pregame. Cleveland had to walk all the way behind the visitors' bleachers and come in at the roadside over here instead of just going through the gate like McMinn is doing. But nevertheless, Cleveland holding their players back until McMinn will leave the field, and then Cleveland will go through the same gate. So anyway, it's halftime. Cleveland leads 14-13 here on Mix 104.1. Greg Phillips will have all the particulars on the Southland Finance Halftime Show when we come back in 2 minutes.
Struggling to find the right nuts and bolts? Stop searching, because Cleveland Fasteners has what you need. Since 1992, we've been Cleveland's go-to source for hard-to-find fasteners, hydraulic hoses, and top-quality tools for maintenance and construction. No minimum orders, same-day delivery, and walk-ins are always welcome. And with our expert team, you get personalized service that big box stores just can't match. Find us on Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals or call 423-472-5010. Cleveland Fasteners. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
Hometown service with a smile. If that's something you haven't experienced in a while, then maybe you should talk with the friendly staff at Joe Rogers Office Supply. With free delivery, no minimum order requirements, and a great selection of office supplies and office furnishings, they're sure to brighten your day. Visit or call today at 476-7527. That's Joe Rogers Office Supply for friendly hometown service with a smile.
Southern Heritage Bank has always been committed to community and kids. One vital part of that commitment is to provide financial literacy, equipping you with the knowledge to help make good financial plans and decisions. Teach the kids in your life about the importance of saving money by being a summer saver. Invest in their future by opening a first-time savings account or making a deposit today, and they will earn a certificate for learning to manage money. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC. First-time savings account available for ages 17 and under. Minimum opening deposit $50.
Is your home leaking money through drafty walls and ceilings? For just $300, Independent Insulation Services will perform a complete air leakage test, identifying where energy and comfort is slipping away. We'll evaluate your home's performance and design a solution that fits your budget. A healthier, more energy-efficient home starts with the right test. Call today and schedule your home air leakage evaluation. 423-716-3762. Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts.
It's time for the Cleveland Blue Raiders Halftime Report, brought to you by Southland Finance. Visit them on the web at southlandfinance.net.
Welcome to the Southland Finance Show on Mix 104.1. Halftime score, Cleveland leads here at Athens 14-13 over the Cherokees of McMinn County. We appreciate Southland Finance, a longtime sponsor here of halftime on both football games and basketball games. Southland Finance, located Key Street at Peerless Road. And once again, thanks to them for always bringing us the halftime show. Either visit them Peerless Road at 25th or southlandfinance.net. Greg Phillips, are you ready with the first half stats?
I am ready, Terry.
Halftime stats brought to you by Cleveland Business Services for all your tax, payroll, bookkeeping, and more. Cleveland Business Services, 423-86, and then the word taxes, Taxes, 423-86-taxes. Here's Greg.
All right, Terry, thank you. So we'll start with the scoring. Cleveland got the first drive of the game, got the scoring on the board. 6-yard touchdown rush by McGowan at 9:12 left in the first. Bolaños' extra point is good. 7-0 Cleveland leads. 2 drives later, Peanut Dyer rushes 10 yards in for a touchdown. Extra point good, 7-7, and that's at the end of Q1. McMinn County lost it to Gonzalez for a 23-yard touchdown pass. They tried a 2-point conversion, no good, so that they lead 13-7. And then with 21 seconds left in the half, McGowan to Edens, the tight end, coming across the field for a 19-yard touchdown. Bolaños on the extra point. Cleveland leads at the half, 14-13. 5 penalties by Cleveland for 59 yards. McMinn County, 5 penalties for 29 yards. They had 2 penalties down on the goal line, so they were only 2 yards apiece. Maddox Frazier had an interception of McGowan, so McGowan had 1 interception in the first half, and McMinn had 2 sacks, and Cleveland had 1. So let's go to the yardage. Luke Lawson was 7 of 9, 121 yards in the first half for a 78% completion percentage. Drake Frazier didn't run the ball in the first half. Luke Lawson, 4 rushes for 14 yards. Peanut Dyer, 6 for 33. He had a touchdown. And Jackson Gonzalez, 1 for 5. So they had 11 rushes for 52 yards. Receiving-wise, it's all Drake Frazier. 54 of those yards were on the last play at the half. So 4 catches for 90 yards. Jackson Gonzalez, 2 for 26. And Maddox Frazier, 1 for 5 for Cleveland. McGowan was 11 of 18, but had 161 yards, 61% completion percentage, had a touchdown, and then he was 7 rushing attempts for 4 yards and another touchdown, so we had 2 touchdowns in the first half. Brashawn Beard, 8 for 31. Anthony Edens, 1 for -1. So Cleveland had 16 rushes for 34 yards in the first half. Kyrie Westfield had a really nice first half, 5 catches for 86 yards. Kyrie Scott, 2 for 25. Brandon Mihai, 2 for 19. Emilio Green, 1 for 12. And Lecorius Edens, 1 for 19, and that was a touchdown. So Cleveland had 195 yards in the first half, and McMinn had 173. Terry, this game is as close as the scoreboard here in the first half.
Absolutely. Thanks to Greg for the first half stats, as we will take another 2-minute break and be back with more of the halftime brought to you by Southland Finance, southlandfinance.net. Back in 2.
Friday Night Lights, hometown pride, and the determination that drives our teams forward. At Southland Finance, we know what it takes to compete because our own Brent Matthews and Mike Parker were high school athletes themselves. They understand the hard work, commitment, and teamwork that go into every practice and every game. That's why Southland Finance proudly supports our local football teams on and off the field. From kickoff to the final whistle, we're cheering right alongside you. Experience the Southland difference today.
At the University of Tennessee, the Vols are known for competing at the highest level on the field, the court, and the diamond. And just like the Vols, Food City excels at everything too. They've got in-store butchers carving up certified Angus beef, fresh local produce, a full-service bakery, Fuel Bucks rewards, and one of the best beer and wine selections in town. Food City, the official supermarket of the Vols, and your home for everything Tennessee.
When competition is fierce, sports injuries happen, and Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Saturday sports clinics are available at our Chattanooga and Cleveland offices from August 23rd through November 8th for the treatment of non-emergency orthopedic injuries like sprains, strains, and fractures. Doors open at 9 a.m., no appointment needed to be seen by our highly trained physicians and clinical staff. Saturday sports clinic dates are subject to change. Check sportmed.com for the latest information. That's sportmed.com.
Dinner's ready, kids. It looks great.
Oh, what is that?
Can I help you?
Hey, Big City Roofing, see? Big storm just came through. We're willing to tell your insurance company anything to get you a new roof that we might or might not poorly install.
From what city?
Big City, far away.
Yeah, hard pass. Our Langley roof weathered the storm just fine.
But we offer the Fat Chance Warranty.
If there's any question, get a Langley inspection. If you see a good roof, chances are it's a Langley. LangleyRoofs.com.
Halftime with Cleveland on top, 14-13. Here in Athens, Elders Ace Hardware on Key Street brings you the scoreboard. Scores of interest, a future Cleveland opponent and also in the same region as Cleveland is Bearden. But at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, Alcoa leads Bearden 49-6. So not much doubt about the outcome there. Another future opponent and new region member, Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge leading Clinton 21-6. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Try to get some more upcoming Cleveland opponents. Hardin Valley 1-0 on the year, leading Morristown East 3-0. That's in the second quarter. Hardin Valley comes to Bradley next week. As we look for more scores in the second quarter, it's Maryville 34, Knox West nothing. And here, Cleveland leading 14-13 at halftime. Other scores, Tellico Plains over Sequoia 7-0, second quarter. Soddy Daisy 7, Hickson nothing, second quarter. South Pitt and Silverdale Academy not starting yet. Halftime, Bradley 21, Walker Valley nothing. That on mixtv.tv. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 and also on Oldies 99.1. Try to get other scores of interest. A little bit late getting some of this posted. So that's going to be the scores for right now. Here's one more. Ray County and Notre Dame tied at 7 at the half. That down at Notre Dame. And so that'll be the scoreboard for the present time as Bradley up over Walker Valley 21-0 at the half. And here 14-13 Cleveland at the half. So we will go back to the station. Keely, thank you so much for controlling everything back there for us. We appreciate it. And so we'll be back in a couple of minutes with more halftime as the Blue Raiders lead 14-13 at the half.
Join Cleveland Fasteners and Supply for their annual Classic Cruise-In Bike, Truck, and Car Show on Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free admission. They'll have a DJ, food trucks, door prizes, and more. Mix 104.1 will be there with a live broadcast. It's the Cruise-In Bike, Truck, and Car Show happening at Cleveland Fasteners and Supply Saturday, October 4th from 10 to 2. Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals.
Need a new shop, garage, or other unique space? Explore post-frame building kits from Best Buy Metals. Best Buy Metals kits utilize steel trusses for the ultimate in strength and durability. When you need it to last, call Best Buy Metals. Stop by or visit bestbuymetalroof.com for your custom structure.
Hi, this is James with Cleveland Business Services. We're here standing by ready to help any local small businesses with a variety of needs. And we can handle just about any tax situation you find yourself with, whether it be business, personal, or a combination of both. Our personal tax returns start at $39. We can help you get filed using our app. We can schedule you an in-office appointment, or you can simply drop off your tax documents and be filed within 48 hours or less. Reasonable rates and a dedicated staff are just a few reasons why Cleveland Business Services is a great choice. Give us a call today at 423-86-TAXES. That's 423-868-2937.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Have you been told you don't have enough bone for dental implants? Mini implants might be your answer. We have been offering mini implants for over 20 years now. To to replace missing single teeth with crowns, denture stabilization, or even full mouth permanent porcelain that stays in the mouth and you do not take in and out. Many dental implants change the way dentistry is performed today. Give us a call at 476-6541.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent that's a part of your community. Your local Allstate agent knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting a home in your neighborhood. By choosing a local Allstate agent, you get an expert who knows the community and is committed to getting to know you. Which means George Gray can help you get the protection you want that fits you and your life. Are you in good hands? Contact George Gray, Allstate Insurance today for a free quote.
At Bradley Medical Center, our pledge is excellence. Every person, every time. From the beginning, we've understood that it's the people who make our town special. We all have a job to do, and we all depend on one another. At Bradley, our role is to make sure that you and your family can access the care you need when you need it from a medical team you can trust. And we're more present than ever. Bradley Medical Center, bringing it all back home.
Southland Finance halftime show here on Mix 104.1. The score, Cleveland 14, McMinn 13. And so a very entertaining half. And Greg, Cleveland stays on the road next week, next Friday. You and I will be bringing the game hopefully from Tullahoma, as it's going to be maybe the longest regular season road trip of the...
About that, Terry.
Oh, no.
So, I hate to do this on the air. I have a wedding next Friday.
You're already married, Greg. There's laws in Tennessee about that.
I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will not be here. You will need to find another partner next week, because so it's interesting though, because I will be over that way for the wedding. So maybe I can work both of them in. But yeah, Lake Chamblin, kid that's really close to us. He and Juliana are getting married on Friday, and we will be at that wedding. And I had forgotten that I thought it was on Saturday, and just realized yesterday the wedding's on Friday.
Live with Greg.
So my apologies to do that on the air.
Applications now being taken.
Please submit your applications to www.terryevans.com if you want to be the co-host, the co-broadcaster next Friday night in Tullahoma. Bonus points if you're from Tullahoma and you don't have to travel.
That's a good one, Greg, right there. My last football trip to Tullahoma years ago when Benny Monroe was coaching, and a good battle over there, but let's say Benny didn't appreciate the officiating too much, and so anyway, it was an entertaining game, more on the sideline maybe than the field.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But anyway, Cleveland goes to Tullahoma next week, and so it'll be an 8 o'clock Eastern time kickoff. Greg will have a substitute for Greg. We'll work that out. You know, that's what I love about live radio. You know, there's no take backs. Once you say it, it's gone.
Yeah. We're there.
Yeah, well, hello.
I need to see. I've got to figure out where the venue is and see how close it is to Tullahoma.
No,
especially with a 7 p.m. Or a 7 p.m. Central
Eastern
or 8 p.m. Eastern kickoff.
Yeah.
I need to check that. Maybe I can do both.
Okay, hold the applications.
No, let's go ahead and get the applications moving.
Let me call Lake, see if we can work out a deal here.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, somebody will be doing Cleveland at Tullahoma next Friday night. Interesting, Greg, and here's a little stat for the half.
Hey, we may already have our first volunteer.
Oh.
Travis Godfrey said, tell Terry I'll get George Starr lined up and ready to go.
Travis is just way too good, isn't he?
He's on it.
That's a young man I haven't seen in a while. Travis, I hope things are going well for you. I haven't seen you in a while, so just wish you the very, very best. And so anyway, next Friday night, these McMinn County Cherokees will come down to Walker Valley. Bradley will be hosting region opponent Hardin Valley, who is undefeated right now, Greg. And Hardin Valley will be at Bradley next Friday night. And Greg, this may be bad luck to say it out loud, but the thought occurred to me, if McMinn were to win tonight, if McMinn were to beat Walker Valley next Friday night, they'd be the champions of Bradley County because they would have beaten all three teams.
That is fair.
So, anyway, but here's hoping that dream doesn't come true in either respect, either tonight or next week. So, anyway, McMinn, first three games of the year, all against Bradley County teams. We have a couple of moments before halftime ends. You're listening to the Southland Finance Halftime Show here on Mix 104.1, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Whirlpool Cleveland is currently hiring for entry-level production roles. Starting pay $18.25 per hour, jumps to $19.35 per hour after 90 days. Benefits start on day one, including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, and more. 120 total hours of paid time off. 10 hours the first 3 months. Remaining balance after 90 days. Apply at jobs.whirlpool.com. Jobs.whirlpool.com.
No more varicose or spider veins. No more tired, achy, restless legs. No more restless nights. Start your journey to a better you with help from Milligan Vein Clinic. Their board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs. There's little or no downtime, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. James Gooden today at 423-961-5682.
Watch over your money so you've got more to share. Use the Your Money app from TVFCU.
TVFCU, a place for all of us.
Leisure Time Bowling is Cleveland's party place. Birthday parties for children, teenagers, and adults. Birthday parties at home take a lot of work. A lot of decorating, cooking, cleaning. Let Leisure Time Bowling do the work for you. Custom party packages are available, including some with Cosmic Bowling. Call 728-2988, 728-2988, ltbowling.com.
So what's the best way to pick a local law firm? Google 5-star reviews, of course. There are some local law firms with a few. There are some, though, that have a few more. Yeah. But if you want the local law firm with the most 5-star reviews, well, that would be Warren & Griffin by a long shot.
I'm Seymour. I'm John Moore. We have more 5-star reviews than any law firm in this area.
Call us at 265-HURT. We are your local law firm.
Halftime clock was at 2 minutes when we took a 2-minute break, and now it's at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Greg, the magic time machine, given the teams, I guess, 2 minutes to warm up. Cleveland's been out there for a minute or so.
McMinn hasn't even made it to the field yet.
I know McMinn walking it back, saving energy. So,
and making Cleveland use energy, I think.
A new record for halftime. So, Greg, your thoughts, second half, Cleveland, what do they have to do?
Jerry, I think Cleveland played a very young team with an experienced quarterback. Cleveland played well in the first half. They did have a couple of empty drives, but for the most part played very well and were able to move the ball down the field and take advantage of matchups. The thing we got to be careful of in the second half is that McMinn offensive line. They really started to establish dominance there late in the second quarter as the Cleveland defensive line maybe got a little bit tired and all that, but they started to establish some dominance. So they've got to keep players fresh, and they've got to be able to move that offensive line of McMinn County.
Absolutely. As Cleveland Class 6A, McMinn Class 5A, so this game doesn't affect your region standings. Cleveland doesn't have a region game until 2 weeks from tonight. Next week, Cleveland travels to Tullahoma. Of course, not a region game there. So 2 weeks from tonight, Cleveland will open its region play at home against Maryville, who's barely leading Knox West tonight, like 34-0 at the last score we had.
So speaking of that, Bradley up 28-0 on Walker Valley in the third quarter.
Wow.
Did not expect that at all. I expected that to be a very close game.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a great close game. Two good teams. Never thought one would be on top of the other, 28-0, but that's the way it goes in football. Some weeks you're on and some weeks you're not. McMinn will be receiving the second half kickoff, as halftime has been brought to you by Southland Finance, located at Peerless Road and 25th Street. SouthlandFinance.net. And for the Blue Raiders, only once have I seen anybody cramping this week. Both of these teams had a lot of cramping last week. McMinn County down at Bradley, talking with their radio guy, Terry Patrick, earlier this week. McMinn had a lot of guys cramping, and Cleveland did last Thursday night against Walker Valley. Westfield is the only one I've seen cramping thus far for Cleveland. We'll see if he's back in the second half.
Yeah, he's out there on the kickoff team.
He's back in the second half.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if his was a cramp or not. When he got tackled, it was at the kind of, they were trying to run the clock out, and he may have they may have tackled his ankle or something like that. So not even sure his was a cramp. So and again, this weather is a lot cooler, so that definitely makes a difference in the in the cramping and all that.
Third quarter underway on Mix 104.1. Bolaños kicks it to the end zone. I think he's done that every time this season except one kickoff. The rest have been to the end zone.
Yeah, you can definitely tell his leg has improved.
Oh, absolutely. His dad came by and talked to Greg and I off the air at the half. Always interesting to talk to him. So we go to the third quarter, and McMinn has the ball at their own 20-yard line. Dyer will be the running back, Peanut Dyer. He has put on some muscle since last year, Greg.
Yeah, he definitely has. Definitely gotten bigger.
Lawson.
He's 6 carries, 33 yards in the first half.
And he gets one right here, opening, and he cuts through there to the 30, to the 40. Boy, it opened up like the sea out there at the point of attack. One kick-out block, an inside block, and he was off to the 40-yard line real quick. They start the second half with a 20-yard gain. Twins both sides of the field, and the receivers line up one behind another. Lawson looks to his right, fires, and it's a sidearm. Cleveland misses a tackle, and forced out of bounds is Maddox Frazier, but not before he gets a first down at midfield.
Late flag there, so I'm not sure if it has to do with the helmet coming off or not.
Well, it's the second time in the game that Cam Goforth, who's only 6'4", 330, has lost a helmet. So for the second time in the game, he's going to have to come out of the game.
Oh, ineligible receiver downfield. So.
Goforth will be going to West Virginia next year. Even from the press box, and we're a long way from the field, he's still a large human being.
He's a big young man. So that play will be nullified. And it'll be a penalty on McMinn County, ineligible receiver downfield.
First time we've had that call this year on either team that we've broadcast. So instead of just across midfield.
That is not supposed to be a mark off of.
Well, it goes back
to from the line of scrimmage.
Goes back to the 33. So originally snapped at the snapped at the 40. So
I'm not sure they marked that off properly.
And keeper by Luke Lawson. Now he runs into Cleveland. 3 defenders on top of him at the 35-yard line. And one of the Blue Raiders getting up that was in on the tackle, Landon Lowe, a sophomore.
Lucarius Edens on the tackle as well. They're coming up and making a nice play.
I tell you, this defense relies on all 11, of course, but Evans, Eddings, Miha, Westfield, Scott, very key out there. Man in motion left side. They'll look to the left side. Firing down the left sideline. Man wide open. Incomplete at the Cleveland bench at the 40-yard line.
Kessler was the player of the game last week for McMinn County. He had one drive, their drive where they took the lead. He had 3 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown in that one drive. So it's the first time they've thrown to him tonight.
Kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's surprising. And I haven't even seen him in the game. Marshall Goodner, the speedster sophomore, has not even been in the game tonight.
And I don't think he played last week, or at least while I was watching you and Shelton on
He played last week.
He did?
Yeah,
okay, I missed it.
He played last week. He had a couple of catches last week.
Missed that part then. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Going up for it, Maddox Frazier, but he couldn't hang on. Frazier had some running room if he had brought that one down. Frazier out of the game. It's 4th and 15. 10:32 to go, so the first McMinn drive will result in a Luke Lawson being in punt formation. As Greg pointed out, he's a quarterback. They've got wideouts to either side. Keep your eyes open. It bounces to him, and Cleveland goes for the block. Didn't get it, but a diving catch at the Cleveland 35. And that catch by Javen Trammell, a junior. Trammell did a good job of diving for that ball and holding on. The bad snap back to Lawson, and Cleveland's Dax Evans went for the block, just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, I was looking down on the sidelines. Goodner's not dressed out tonight, so he's in street clothes. So that's why we haven't seen him on the field.
So 1st and 10 Cleveland, so they have a starter out, and Cleveland has Alex Rodas out, big offensive lineman, hurt, as we said last week. Pass over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Tied in, caught, and knocked down at the 47, getting up slow. But Quentin Jones, big senior tied in, had his legs knocked out from under him. See if he's going to stay in. He's trying to walk it off. I tell you, the play calling tonight, some great plays being drawn up. And Quentin Jones is going to have to go out of the game, and Dax Evans will come in to replace him.
28-7, Walker Valley on the board down at the MAC at Walker Valley.
Quick toss to the left side. Westfield down by his ankles, as that may be the first time they've got Westfield down on initial contact, making the stop for the Cherokees, Jake Gooden. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Clock at the 9:30 mark of the third quarter. Still 14-13, Cleveland on top. Cleveland's first possession of the second half. They got Eddings back in the game. He got the touchdown pass that put Cleveland ahead a while ago. He resets to the left side. McGowan firing out pattern. It's going to be caught, and 2 Cherokees will bring down the receiver, but not before he gains 8 yards. That was Miha on the reception. So Cleveland looking with the clock down inside 9 minutes. 3rd down and good 3.
That got them to third and manageable though, Terry. So now they've got options. They don't just have to pass. They've got options here. So that was a nice gain on second down right there to get them in third and manageable.
And Greg, you have to have a strong arm on that out pattern.
And McGowan has it. His arm just keeps getting stronger. Just been impressed with how his work over the summer and how much stronger he's gotten.
Scott looking. It's going to be McGowan. I'm looking for Scott, and he's going to have to go out of bounds with it. He's out of bounds, but got the first down just inside the 40 of the Cherokees, so the drive stays alive.
Yeah, nice 7-yard gain to get to the sticks and get out of bounds right there and get the first down.
I believe that play was designed as Scott came in motion from right to left and turned it upfield, but the problem was when the ball was snapped, he wasn't quite clear of the offensive line, and there was a bump there, kind of threw him off the pattern, and McGowan has to keep and get the first down. 1st and 10, Cleveland at the McMinn 38-yard line. 8 minutes to go.
Oh, another blown play.
Yeah, McGowan on the run. Pass downfield. Man is open at the 10, and he's got it. Emilio Green down at about the 8-yard line. As that time miscommunication between quarterback and running back. McGowan had to sprint to his right, and on the run found Green downfield, and Cleveland's in the key of Cleveland drive zone.
31-yard pass right there, and basically Green saw what had happened, and he just released, and McGowan was able to find him.
McGowan backs up, looks, fires, out pattern, touchdown Cleveland! Touchdown pass to Scott. So Scott comes up with the catch. Kyrie Scott's first touchdown of the year, and the Blue Raiders lead this one 20-13 with the point after coming up. A Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown pass from McGowan to Kyrie Scott. Cleveland short a player on the point after attempt coming up. Emilio Green will be the holder. Kick in the air by Sloan Bolaños. Yes. Cleveland leads it 21-13. 7:27 to go in the third, and we'll be back in 60.
Need cash? Check. Behind on bills? Check. Unexpected car repair, broken appliance, surprise vet bill? Check, check, and check. Time to check into Cash, your one-stop money shop. Check all the boxes all in one place. From payday loans to flex lines of credit, we've got solutions that move with you. The process is simple, quick, and designed to get you the help you need fast. If you've been approved, you can leave with cash in hand. Check Into Cash also offers check cashing, money orders, wire transfers, and even gift card buyback. Check your worries at the door and check into a store to apply. We have stores in the Chattanooga area, including Cleveland and Athens. Or visit checkintocash.com to get started today. Check Into Cash. We fund today to make a better tomorrow. Subject to state regulations, eligibility, credit check, underwriting, and approval. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply. Visit a store for details.
Cleveland has the lead at 21-13, Greg Phillips.
That was great timing coming back, Terry. Good job. Yeah, nice drive right there by Cleveland. They run some time off the clock and just had a nice, solid drive.
So the Blue Raiders lead the Cherokees, and what do we get here on the kickoff? Into the end zone?
Yep.
Again. So 4 kickoffs, Cleveland, 3 in the end zone. Exciting football here on Mix 104.1, Greg. Blue Raiders have answered the bell tonight against a very talented and senior-laden football team.
Yeah, I mean, again, the defense is what again, both sides of the football I've been impressed, but just this defense has it's been able to shut down this McMinn offense. We'll see if they can keep that going here.
Backs to either side of Lawson. Here's a give. Dyer, nothing. Dyer, Eddings and company. Denatolis, Evans, and also close for Cleveland to the action. Not the first contact, but Isbell, about the fourth Blue Raider to dive in on Peanut.
Tell you what I'm seeing from this McMinn team, and I really don't understand it. They're going east to west. They're not running. I mean, you've got to back that big. You need to be going north and south, but they're so caught up in him going east to west, he can't get it turned up field.
Yeah, Lawson fires, incomplete.
You know, you want somebody like Dyer running downhill.
Oh, yes.
And that hasn't happened.
And with the offensive line they have, So 3rd and 10 quickly, well, actually 3rd and 11 quickly for McMinn County.
Yeah, just don't understand what they're trying to do offensively right now. They've kind of lost their identity.
And Sloan Bolaños is playing safety for Cleveland.
I see that.
So anyway, his family has to be proud. Known as the kicker, but he's out there right now getting the taste of defense. Safety on the right side.
Just such a good kid.
What do we get?
Timeout.
And who called it? It's going to be
Cleveland
timeout. So we'll be back in 60. Sports will Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports our contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Hi, I'm Stephen Beasley, and our family is the new owners of the UPS store in Cleveland, Tennessee. Whether you need to do a lightning-fast Amazon return or need to pack and ship with a guarantee, the UPS store is the place where you can make it happen. We also do a lot of printing, copies, and notary. The store is now open 7 days a week, and we've got the speed, the service, and yes, a smiling team. So the next time you need to ship, print, or return anything, don't go postal. Come see us at the UPS store in Cleveland.
Allsafe Storage and Ed Brown remind you to be generous. Find a need and give of your time, talent, and treasure to accomplish a good work. You will receive much more than you give. This message from Allsafe Storage. Visit allsafetn.com.
After the Cleveland timeout, empty backfield. Lawson with time going deep. Mannix is there. Incomplete. Oh, man, a flag on that. Whoa, boy, it looked like Mihah played clean D that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure they need to be celebrating with a flag sitting right in front of them.
So,
and it wasn't. You didn't see the contact, Terry, up where they catch the football. The contact was with the body. He had his hands around him. I mean, it was a good call. I mean, he had his hands around him and kept him from getting to the ball. That's what the call was, and that's what he's telling the officials telling him right now. That was a good call by the official. I felt like.
6:41 to go in the third. Cleveland up 21-13. McMinn's drive will stay alive. And the ball is moved to the McMinn 34-yard line. New set of downs. And they'll go with the 4-bunch package to the right side. Cleveland's going to have to get another defender over there. Now they match up. And keeper by Lawson, but he hesitated a little bit. Will get a couple of yards, but just a slight hesitation. And so Cleveland closed. Eddings and company.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Terry, what Cleveland is doing on this 4-bunch is Denatalis was the outside or the inside guy, and he wasn't even hesitating. He was coming straight for the screen pass. So McMinn will keep an eye on that, and they may change that and run something deep here before it's over with.
Pass over the middle, going to be caught at midfield and thrown back. First catch of the game for Nathan Kessler, to my recollection.
Yep, it is his first.
Kessler, a good-sized receiver at 6'4", 195. So the sticks will move, and McMinn's in Cleveland territory at the 48. Under the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, Cleveland up by 8 at 21-13. And carrying people on his back is Peanut Dyer. And Peanut will go inside the 45 to the 43.
See what happens when you get him going downhill? It's a little harder to tackle him when he's going downhill.
Absolutely. Trips right side, the wide side of the field for McMinn. Lawson looking, can't find anybody, fires on the run, it's going to be caught. Maddox on a pretty catch right at the sideline inside the Cleveland 30-yard line. Make that Drake Frazier. So instead of Maddox Frazier, Drake Frazier with the catch. And Drake, shaken up a little bit, will come out under his own power. We've got a stoppage on the field. Cleveland has a player down.
I think it's Westfield.
That's what I'm thinking, but I can't see the number clearly enough. Westfield cramping up, second time in the game. It'll give us a chance to take a 30-second break, reminding you that sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campus in Cleveland. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
5:14 to go in the third quarter. Cleveland on top, 21-13. Greg.
Yeah, Terry. Again, this has been a nice drive by Cleveland. Just had a really nice drive down the field to score, and McMinn has answered that with a nice drive as well. Mixing in the pass and the run, which is what you want to do, and they've done a really nice job of doing that.
Looking, firing down the right sideline, 1-on-1, catch out of bounds. It was as across the goal line as far as where the player was, Kessler, but the catch forced him to go out of bounds, go high for the ball and out of bounds, so an incomplete.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a mismatch there. He had Miha on him, so that's a matchup they probably want to try to exploit down here close to the goal line.
Fake to Dyer. Here's the screen right side. Catching the ball, but going out of bounds on the short side of the field. Drew Bottoms, 5'11", 130, a senior. Also their deep man on punts. So third down coming up for the Cherokees, 3rd and 10. Cleveland needs a big stop right here. Twins to both sides. Looking right, firing to the right side. Pass is going to be caught and rolled out of bounds as Miha on the coverage. Pass complete to Maddox Frazier. Only a sophomore. And the chains will move. New set of downs. Under the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Cleveland up 21-13. Peanut to the left side, cuts it upfield, and submarine there by Scott. Good tackle by Scott against the big guy. So McMinn knocking on the door, Greg.
Yeah, after he gets about 7 right there, tackled. So he's, again, he's carrying the mail. He's been their primary ball carrier tonight. And again, when he gets north and south, he's hard to bring down.
And here is keeper, and going in untouched for the 6-pointer will be Luke Lawson. Cleveland went with Peanut on a nice fake by Lawson, and Lawson walked it in. And so McMinn is down 2 points at 21-19. We'll see if they go for the 2 to try to tie. Last time they failed to convert on a 2-point attempt. And looks like they will go for the 2. And timeout. Coach Bo Cagle is really, really upset with his people. We'll just keep it right here. Coach Cagle is cleaning somebody's clock out there right now. Stomping his foot. Took his headset off. And is he perturbed? Here's pure speculation, Greg. They wanted to line up like before, but they went just specifically to a normal point after attempt line, and he might have thought his center should have requested the ball be moved to the hash.
Yeah.
That's pure speculation and no facts involved.
But he definitely was not happy when he went out on the field. We can all agree on that.
That's not speculation.
That's not speculation. He lost his mind headed out on the field.
4:04 here in the third, and McMinn to go for a tying 2-point conversion with a normal lineup or a normal set. Here's Lawson, and passes incomplete. From 3 yards out, they missed the pass play, and so Cleveland will retain the lead at 21-19, and we'll take a 60-second break and be back. This is Sports on Mix 104.1.
Duracell in Cleveland is hiring mechanical skilled technicians, $22 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com.
Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Here is McMinn's kickoff, trailing Cleveland 21-19. Line drive caught at the 10-yard line. Cleveland to the 20. A head-on collision with his own player and down at the 26-yard line. McMinn was bringing down Cleveland's returner, and he ran into one of his own people. So ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line.
Does the Cleveland player get the tackle on that?
I think it's like a sack. You can get a half a sack, you know.
Even if it's your own player?
Nothing like fun at the old ball game with Greg. He keeps life entertaining.
So 3.5 minutes left in this one, Terry. 2-point lead by Cleveland. Every drive's a big one right now.
So, actually, third quarter.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
I said that, but I meant third quarter.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for correcting me because I completely blew that.
And speaking of, there's a flag, another flag. I believe we have a face mask against McMinn County. Once again, Cleveland kind of was off on if the quarterback was going to exchange with a running back or what, and McGowan ends up running for his life to the right side, is tackled. 2 flags come in, and Cleveland, I think, will end up with the first down. Let's see.
I think it's going to be a horse collar. McGowan was calling for he was calling for it before he even hit the ground.
You're right, Greg. I'm thinking face mask. The indication is the horse collar, and so therefore
it'll be a 15-yard penalty. So I think that'll make it. Again, high school's different than everywhere else. I think that'll make it 1st and 1. Oh, no, they take that from the line of scrimmage.
And so chains will move. It's going to be a 15, like Greg said.
Yeah, I thought the play counted, though, so I guess the play doesn't count, and it goes from the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to be first down at the Cleveland 43-yard line, middle of the field here in Athens. Cleveland, quick tiles, and dropped.
Mihal tried to get upfield before he caught it.
Yeah, a little screen out there, had the blocker, and was going to cut behind him to the inside, and both eyes didn't stay on the ball. So it's an incomplete with 3:04 to go in the third, and Cleveland up by 2 at 21-19. 2nd and 10. Trips wide side of the field. That's going to be the McMinn side. And McGowan was going to have a quick toss, and he runs out of bounds. And at the Cleveland bench, he's helped up. Took a fairly nasty fall over there. And again, looked like McGowan raised up after getting the ball, Greg, to throw, but the receiver wasn't looking. And so he runs for his life and is a yard short of a first down.
And Terry, that's you get that some when you've got such a young team and it's such a experienced quarterback. He saw that the play wasn't going to develop, so he decided to make something of it. And he's done a really nice job of that this week, and just doing that when players aren't in the right positions, just making a call and and trying to get upfield and gain some positive yardage.
Absolutely. 3rd and 1, Cleveland. Big play here late in the third. Cleveland by 2. And here's a give, and Cleveland has their first down to the 45-yard line of McMinn. And carrying the ball for the Blue Raiders is Eddings, and that is Anthony Eddings, a junior running back. So Anthony Eddings getting the call there. I believe that's his second carry of the game.
You are correct.
So Cleveland, new set of downs with 2:30 to go in the third.
2 carries, 1 yard.
McGowan to Eddings, who took his eye off the ball. Oh, I wouldn't want to be facing Coach Brown right now.
And Terry, here's the problem with that. That wasn't going to go for a touchdown, but that was first down, and he was going to get 6, 7, 8 yards on that and put them in second down, and where they can do something. But now they're sitting here at 2nd and 10. Got to keep your eyes on the football. It was just a nice, easy toss right there. Got to make that catch.
So ball still near the 46 of McMinn. As Greg said, 2nd and 10. Scott, motion back to the quarterback. Keeper McGowan after the fake, but he's got nothing up the middle. He got the line of scrimmage and the whole tribe of Cherokees. 3rd and long. So, Greg, your point exactly, instead of maybe 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, you don't do anything on second down, so you're looking at 3rd down and almost 10.
Yeah, it's just a totally different set of calls, and it limits your options of what you can do there. Especially again with a young team, you don't want to be behind the sticks like that, and that's what they've done by these drops.
Matthews, Green, and Scott all to the left side, out in formation. McGowan going deep for a man who is 1 yard short near the goal line. Mihah had a step on the defender, but the pass was 1 yard beyond Mihan's grab. I'll get it right in a minute. That's not it either.
Mihah.
Mihah, yeah.
Yeah, and Terry, what I love this week, I talked about it last week, how McGowan was not getting any air under the ball. Tonight, he's getting air under the ball and giving his players a chance to run under the ball and get it. That was a little bit over, but he gave Mihah a chance by getting some air under the football.
4th and 9, Cleveland's drive will come to a stop. Bolaños with a pretty punt hitting at the 5.
He touched it.
And touched. Why they didn't let it go in the end zone, I don't know. But catching the ball near the 2-yard line, Drake Frazier, and then he runs it to the 2 yards back to the end zone, trying to come wide right, and that cost them.
No, they gave him a touchback.
I think replay would show he caught it before he was in the end zone.
100% he did. But they gave him the touchback on it.
I can't believe that. Oh, man. Greg, throw the flag out there. We want a replay. The replay flag.
Where's Dale Halfacre so we can see the replay here?
So McMinn has the ball at the 20. Here's Gonzalez on the end around. He's tackled out of bounds. That's 2 calls I really have to question tonight. So, officially questioned.
You're trying to bait me, Terry. I see what you're doing. You're trying to bait me. Yep, you're trying to bait me. I see what you're trying to do. Just because I'm not going to be there next week, you're trying to bait me.
Shooting straight, Greg. Under a minute to go in the third. Cleveland 21, McMinn 19 here in Athens. Quick toss. Going to be caught by Frazier, and he's out of bounds after a few yards. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on Cleveland for excessive tackling out of bounds, I guess, or excessive contact out of bounds, whatever. Westfield hit him before pushing him out of bounds, but then there was still contact out of bounds, and so that's going to be a personal against Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. They would have been third and short in their own territory, and now they're sitting there at 1st and 10.
So, well, there was a flag, was it?
Yeah, they're walking it off now.
Okay, because McMinn lined up. I thought maybe I'm seeing flags.
You have been known to do that.
I see things that are not there, yes. From the McMinn 44, new set of downs after the Cleveland 15-yard unsportsmanlike. Late in the third, and Peanut has the ball, and Peanut's just going to keep moving and somehow gets about 4 yards more than he should have, as that could be the last play of the third quarter. So 4 yards all on his own. Cleveland had him.
He was doing a bear crawl there at the end. He was on all fours trying to get yardage.
I don't know if they spotted that or not, Greg. They might have given him crawling yards there. Pass over the middle. Dropped. Cleveland comes up big with the hit after the receiver had caught the ball, but he didn't hang on. And who was on the tackle, Greg Phillips? Sloan Bolaños. Great safety play by Bolaños there to end the third quarter.
Goodness, he was open, though.
He was open, and then as soon as the ball got there, one step, and Bolaños lowered the boom. We go to the fourth quarter here on Mix 104.1. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips. The score, Cleveland 21, McMinn 19, back in 60.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Check out the great savings this August at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Nissan needs to make room for the new 2026 models, so they have 0% APR on 2525 Murano, Rogue, or Pathfinder, or just 1.9% APR on Frontier, and thousands off brand new 2026 Nissan Rogues. Want to trade in your old car? Nissan is giving up to $7,000 over book value when you trade, and they will buy your car even if you don't buy theirs. Shop in person on exit 20 off I-75 or visit cleveland-nissan.com. Payments are per month for 75 months. Does not include tax, tag, title, or dealer doc fee. Must finance through the dealer, subject to credit approval and pick from new dealer stock.
On the first play of the fourth quarter, running wild down the sideline, McMinn's Frazier. He'll go inside the 40, 30, and finally knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets
32.
And do we have a flag? McMinn's walking it back.
Oh, we are walking it back. So, that was a nice run by...
Yeah, that was
by Frazier, though.
Drake Frazier. You've got Maddox Frazier and Drake Frazier. Drake, a junior, Maddox, a sophomore, holding against the Cherokees. So that wipes out a huge play. Cost them about 20-plus yards. Papa John's Pizza, in and around the greater Chattanooga area, offers fundraising for schools, churches, sports teams, dance teams, and for nonprofit organizations. For details, call Papa John's today.
False start on McMinn. It's kind of falling apart a little bit here.
Bo Cagle's going to throw the headset in a minute.
Yeah.
So 5 more against the Cherokees. 11:50 to go in this game. Cleveland 21, McMinn 19. It's been a very good game. Both teams hit with more penalties than they wanted to be, but it's been a very good ball game up till now. Biggest lead of the game has been 8 points. So back across the 50 after the mark-off from the 48. Lawson fires. It's going to be caught by Frazier. Just go down about 10 yards, turn around, and the ball is there. Maddox Frazier on the reception, and that will give them a first down in Cleveland territory.
Yeah, that's a nice throw right there, Terry.
Great timing.
Yeah. Nice, strong throw.
Both these quarterbacks, McGowan and Lawson, juniors.
Lawson 13 of 20, 179 yards and a touchdown.
Another pass completion, and still on his feet. Cleveland misses a tackle, and down inside the 30 to about the 27 will be Drake Frazier. So the Frazier guys are hurting us right now. 21-19, Cleveland on top, but McMinn is driving to the Cleveland 27-yard line. Trips short side of the field in front of the Cleveland bench.
Was that Frazier that caught that ball, Drake?
Yes, Drake. Gonzalez one-on-one out here with Miha. Here's a give. Peanut to the right side. Cuts it upfield. Running room. Slips through a would-be tackle and is finally forced out. Never got him on the ground, but he's forced out of bounds to stop the clock and his progression. So another first down for the Cherokees. They're looking businesslike right here with 10 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the game.
12 carries for 80 yards for Peanut on the night, Terry. So he's having a really nice night. Doesn't seem like he had that many, but he's just, he's broke off a couple of big chunk gains.
They're in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone at the Cleveland 15. I think I see a mismatch here with Kessler. There's going to be a running play. Turned it upfield to the 10 and finally cut down near the 7. Different ball carrier that time.
It's Bottoms, Drew Bottoms.
Drew Bottoms. So, ball inside the 10. Second down. Cleveland in danger of giving up the lead right here. Just over 10 minutes to go in the game. And we get a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. Make this the summer event is going on now at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, Rams. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Take advantage of model year closeout savings on a new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownchryslerDodgeJeep.com. Craving the flavors of pizza and cheesy garlic bread? Look no further than Papa John's new garlic 5-cheese crust, coated in a garlic Parmesan sauce and a savory Italian 5-cheese blend, baked to extra cheesy perfection. Then add your favorite topping, all for $11.99. Available now at Papa John's. Greg, we have a Blue Raider. I'm not sure who it is down on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is either. But I think it's going to be a few minutes. So we may want to take a break. You want to take a break here?
Actually, I need to talk about some very special people.
All right, thanks. Talk about me, Terry.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care. For all your orthopedic needs, Voitic.com, VOYTIK.com. Dale's Heating and Air, just call Dales.com. Remember, this week has been one of the best in Cleveland, but winter is coming. Don't forget Dale's Heating and Air, just call Dales.com. Chick-fil-A located on Key Street and Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Jersey College. Your nursing career starts here. jerseycollege.edu.
That was Emilio Green shaking up on the play there.
All right, thanks, Greg.
He walked off on his own power, so I looked to see him back in pretty quickly.
So it's going to be McMinn knocking on the door, trying to take the lead back from Cleveland. It swung back and forth tonight. Motion, Gonzalez. They'll look left. Firing. Is it caught? It is caught. Kessler on a nice move to the outside in the end zone. Pass was low on target, Greg, and Kessler comes up with a catch like you would expect him to. So 10:01, quarterback threw it where it would be Kessler catching or nobody else. Nice touch by Luke Lawson.
Yeah, nice throw right there, nice catch.
Kessler gets a Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown. Kick in the air on the extra point. It is good. And the lead will be McMinn 26, Cleveland 21. So Cleveland down by 5 here early fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60. This is Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Friday Night Lights, hometown pride, and the determination that drives our teams forward. At Southland Finance, we know what it takes to compete because our own Brent Matthews and Mike Parker were high school athletes themselves. They understand the hard work, commitment, and teamwork that go into every practice and every game. That's why Southland Finance proudly supports our local football teams on and off the field. From kickoff to the final whistle, we're cheering right alongside you. Experience the Southland difference today.
10 minutes, 1 second to go in this football game. McMinn 26, Cleveland 21 here on Mix 104.1. Thanks to all the sponsors for bringing you Cleveland football on Mix 104.1. It's a three-hopper taken at the 10-yard line. Cleveland to the left side, cuts it upfield, and hangs on to the ball with McMinn slapping at it. But Cleveland has the ball at their own 21-yard line after the return by Cleveland's Jay Isbell, only a ninth grader.
Isbell needs to be playing shortstop for Cleveland. The way he handled that ball coming in, it was a nice play.
It was a very nice play. Reminds me of you, Greg, back in the day.
Back in the day, before I was a Palomino.
No, Greg.
Before I was the size of a Palomino.
Oh. So many ways to take this conversation, but we'll say it's Cleveland football with 9:52 to go in the game, and they have the ball at their own 31-yard line. Blue Raiders have come from behind a couple of times here. Pass knocked down, and looked like the defender might have got there a tad early. Pass incomplete, intended for Jacorius Jennings, a sophomore. First time they've targeted Jennings this year. Also out there for the Blue Raiders as a wideout is Caden Thompson. So Jennings and Thompson wideouts on the right side. And now Scott will come over. He'll be the slot receiver.
Cleveland needs to get a drive going here.
And McGowan going to run with the ball, going to be hit. Ow. Hard hit, helmet to helmet.
That was helmet to helmet. He may be hurt.
That was a hard helmet to helmet. One defender was holding McGowan, trying to bring him down, and the second defender got helmet to helmet with McGowan. See what Cleveland does here. Play clock, well, it's not working. Can't go by that. So, McGowan's still in there. Third and about 16 coming up after that. What a shot.
A smash.
McGowan fires over the middle. Incomplete. Do we get a flag? No flag. A little bit behind Kyrie Scott. So, Cleveland's going to have to punt it away with 8:52 on the clock.
Defense is going to have to show up right here, Terry.
Big time. So Cleveland will snap the ball at their own 25-yard line. (26-21), McMinn on top.
McMinn going to get good field position here as well.
Good point.
And again, that offensive line just keeps pounding on that Cleveland much smaller defensive line.
Here they come after him. Bolaños gets a kick away. It's going to hit at midfield and be taken. Looks like the player was out of bounds, but he was right on the sideline when he caught it at the 40-yard line. So McMinn ball at the 40. That was Bottoms that caught it, and then he was practically out of bounds as soon as he touched it.
28-14. Bradley leads Walker Valley. Walker Valley just scored 1:04 to go in that one, though, so probably a little too late there for Walker Valley.
Can you say onside kick there, Greg?
Who's coaching
Hey.
Walker Valley? Can I say that?
No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What? 2 games, 2 times in trouble.
It happens.
Greg batting 1,000 on the year. McMinn with the ball near their 40-yard line, and it's going to be Cleveland missing a tackle on Luke Lawson, and he'll gain a couple of yards. Had him in the backfield. Somehow he slipped through their hands, and making the tackle will be Donatolis, but give 3-4 yards to Luke Lawson. Clock down near the 8-minute mark. 26-21 McMinn. And as we said, play clock not working, so we can't tell how many seconds until it's expired. They'll get a play off, a run and play. Might have got the line of scrimmage, depending on the spot, of course, but Peanut Dyer got practically nothing.
Terry, there's way too much time left in this game for them to just be running the ball up the middle like that and not trying to run their offense. That could come back to bite them.
Peanut coming out of the game. 7:35 to go in the game, and 3rd and long. 3rd and 7. And we get the 4 receivers here together near the home side. They look that way. Going to be called by Frazier. Has blocks. Frazier midfield. First down to the Cleveland 40-yard line. Bolaños makes the tackle. So they convert with that 4-receiver package there. Give the 3 other guys, besides Frazier, who caught the ball, the other 3 put blocks on the Cleveland defenders. And therefore, he was able to go for the first down.
Frazier 7 for 144 after that catch.
Ball to the Cleveland 39-yard line. Blue Raiders trail it 26-21. Need a turnover here. McMinn has yet to turn it over tonight. McMinn has yet to turn it over this year. And it's going to be Peanut Dyer, short side of the field, run out of bounds.
They didn't want it. Coach Cagle didn't want him running out of bounds right there. Promise you that.
Clock stopped with 6:51. Hard-fought football game. McMinn, Class 5A, one of the best teams in 5A. Cleveland, a 6A school, so not a region game. Good snap. And keeper, Lawson, and he's tripped up at the 30-yard line, short of the first, but the clock is moving.
That's his 9th carry, 33 yards and a touchdown.
McMinn to the line. 3rd down 3. Here is Dyer running with the ball. Cuts it upfield, has the first. Peanut will go for about 5 more yards after contact. Getting close to the 30, and he's still down. So we'll have a stoppage in play here.
That is a huge loss for McMinn County.
And while they're attending to him, Papa John's Pizza in and around the greater Chattanooga area offers fundraising for schools, churches, sports teams, dance teams, and for nonprofit organizations. For details, call Papa John's today.
John Bovey on the move, out to check him out.
Make this the summer event is going on now at Crown CDJR of Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, Rams. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. So, Peanut coming off under his own power. Happy to see that.
Peanut crunched on the play.
Well, you guys, you and Shelton were talking peanut butter last week. You know, I almost just turned the volume off.
You probably should have, along with everybody else.
And I've got a question for you after this game is over and we're off the air. I've got a huge question about last week. You and Shelton doing the mixedtv.tv.
I'm scared, Terry.
First down, Cherokees firing, incomplete. Frazier turned inside. The throw was to the outside shoulder, so it's incomplete with 6:06 on the clock. Cleveland trying to hold on, not give up any more points. They trail McMinn 26-21. And 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in this football game.
Lawson 16 of 24, 218 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game, Terry, along with nine carries for 33 yards and another touchdown. So he's had a nice game.
Pass going to be screened to the left side. Frazier's going to catch it. Cleveland misses a tackle. Flag on the play. It may be coming back. We'll see.
Gonzalez is held every single time he's blocked. He's held, and they finally caught him on it.
So, holding against the Cherokees, that wipes it out. 5:56 to go. Cherokees will be backed up this time. A lot of weapons on this Cherokee team, no doubt. And next Friday night, this one will be for real as far as regions go. McMinn goes to Walker Valley next Friday night. Greg?
That's next Friday?
That's next Friday.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. You know, you need to give up the wedding and go to that, Greg. You know?
That is...
Wow.
I'm just...
Now, that might change your plans. Huh?
I mean, it probably won't, but I would like for it to.
Move it to Thursday. McMinn after the mark-off, going to the end zone. Caught by Gonzalez in a crowd. Gonzalez' second touchdown catch of the game, and that time there were 2 receivers and 2 defenders, and somehow Gonzalez, comes up with the ball. And McMinn, biggest lead of the game at 32-21. They have come back in the third and fourth quarters to take this lead at 32-21. And flag on the play. What did the side judge see that he didn't like? I mean, he's a long way from the action. See what the official says. Continue. No mark-off.
Of course.
All right. Again for the extra point. Crescosas. Kick in the air. It is good. 33-21. McMinn on top. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the McMinn kickoff. Cleveland down 33-21 here in the fourth. Sports will Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Come to Don Ledford GMC Cleveland, where they're celebrating the Labor Day holiday all month long. During their annual sizzling upgrade event, you'll get tremendous discounts and factory rebates on their entire inventory of GMC professional-grade pickups and SUVs. Listen to this fantastic deal. Get 20% in savings on stock number 250586. A 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab. Elevations Series, 4-wheel drive with an MSRP of $58,825 for just $46,998. Once again, 20% off, a savings of $11,800. Now that's a great deal on a great truck. Don Ledford has special leasing options as well. Come in today and save big at Don Ledford GMC, North Lee Highway, Cleveland, or DonLedford.com for details and a trade assistance coupon. Don Ledford GMC, where they say yes. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 250586. Price includes all qualifying rebates and is plus tax, tag, and title and dealer fee of $649. Must take delivery by September 1st, 2025.
Cleveland and trying to go from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to get some blockers. And McMinn comes through, trips the returner up by the ankles, Jay Isbell. And so not much gain there, Greg.
Drake Frazier made a great play right there, because if Isbell gets that corner, Cleveland has the wall formed right there, and he may have taken that one to the house. So Frazier getting him by the ankles right there may have saved a touchdown.
Hardy's Friday Night Blitz when we finish here in 5 minutes and 43 seconds on clock. Jim Gum and Mr. Jenkins. I'm going to call him Mr. Jenkins. Not Andy, but Mr.
There you go.
Yeah. Show a little respect. First and 10th, the Cleveland 22, empty backfield. And a Cleveland timeout.
How do you have to call a timeout again after you change sides? You can't do that.
So we will take a 30-second timeout. This is sports on Mix 104.1.
Make this the summer event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland.
Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Take advantage of model year closeout savings on a new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
On select models, stock 412318.
Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. Andy Jenkins, Jim Gum coming up when we finish here. They'll have a lot to talk about, Greg Phillips.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, again, with Bradley with a big win tonight, 28-14 over Walker Valley, at Walker Valley. And then, again, this game tonight is, kind of as we go through it, that's going to make McMinn 1-1. Cleveland 0-2, Bradley 1-1, and Walker Valley 1-1 if everything holds as it is now.
And McGowan, with everybody going to the right side, will take it left, and McMinn doesn't fall for it. He might have got a yard and a hard bruise.
Actually, I lied. McMinn. I said McMinn 1-1 for some strange reason. McMinn will be 2-0.
And McMinn will be going for the Bradley County Championship next week.
You don't think they'll be talking about that, do you?
Oh, I'm sure Andy and Jim will cover a lot of subjects. That will be one of them.
No, I'm talking about McMinn County people talking about it.
Yeah, they'll definitely be talking about it.
Because if I was in McMinn County, I would be.
Yeah. McGowan, let's go. Short, incomplete at the 40-yard line of McMinn County.
One of the things that Kaysen's got to work on, Terry, is he's got to work on setting his feet and throwing. I mean, again, I get it. He's a little bit under pressure right there, but that time he had time to stop, set, and throw, and he's got to work on that because, again, I mean, he could throw it a long ways off his back foot, but Westfield had long run past where he threw that to. So he's got to set and throw.
5:02 on the clock. McMinn by 12 at 33-21. Next week, Cleveland travels to Tullahoma, 8 o'clock Eastern for the kick. McGowan looking and going to be flushed out of the pocket, going upfield, makes the 30 and down. the kid's got to be awful tired right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's been tired, beat up. It's been a tough night for him.
In fact, two of the linemen get him up. Fourth down, Cleveland will go for it. No, Cleveland will not go for it. 4:30 and the clock running, so down 12. If you don't make it on 4th and 4, game over. So here, Cleveland will punt the ball, hope for a turnover. Although, Greg, I don't think McMinn's turned it over tonight.
They have not.
And they didn't turn it over last week at Bradley. So McMinn playing error-free ball. Stoppage in play. Timeout. No signal yet on who called the timeout. So both teams will go and talk it over. Gives us an opportunity. And Greg, is it over when the horse trailer pulls out of the parking lot? There goes the Palomino.
Yep. That's not a good sign.
Not a good sign at all. No. Walking home.
Yep. Got the horses in the trailer headed out.
Yep. Well, the horse may have to get up early in the morning, Greg.
May have work to do.
Yeah. It's a Saturday.
May have to plow the fields.
Palominos don't get a day off, Greg.
That's exactly right.
Just a fact of life.
Yep.
Voitek Center for Orthopedic Care. For all your orthopedic needs, Voitek.com. Dale's Heating and Air. Just call Dales.com. Chick-fil-A located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. After the timeout, pass high. Mihai could not come down with it. He gets hit immediately, and so he's down on the, and he wasn't hit before the ball got there, so no interference. Defending the play was Jake Ramey for McMinn County. So going to have a break in the action here with Mihai being attended to out there. Some of the sponsors bringing you Cleveland High football all season long, and we appreciate each and every one. A lot of sponsors, and we appreciate their sponsorship. Without them, we're not here. Touchdowns brought to you by Tennessee Valley Urology, tnvalleyurology.com, with offices in Cleveland, Athens, and now open in Ooltewah. Extra Points, Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts, 423-716-3762, Independent Insulation Services. Field Goals, which we haven't had tonight. Field Goals by Duracell. Duracell Cleveland is now hiring. Benefits start day one, Duracell.com. Greg, a second under 4 minutes to go in this one. Blue Raiders have played better tonight and had some beautiful drives. Of course, some mistakes along the way, like everybody does. Defense has been charged with trying to hold up against a horrendously huge offensive line, equally huge defensive line.
And just both of them being experienced as well, Terry. I mean, again, this is a super young Cleveland team that's out here playing against, again, McMinn returns 8, I think you said 8 starters on offense, 8 starters on defense. It's different players, and that's huge. And that, again, that's the difference in this ball game. I mean, Cleveland has played. I mean, again, they haven't played bad tonight. They've just played against what is I think going to end up being a pretty good when we get to the end of this year. I think people are going to say that was a pretty good McMinn County football team, and I look forward to. Again, I'm not going to be there, but McMinn Walker Valley next week could be very, very interesting. I mean, you think going in Bradley beat Walker Valley. Walker Valley or McMinn beat Bradley, so you think McMinn's going to be favored. They probably are, But Walker Valley at home, Coach Drew Akins is going to, he's going to throw some stuff at McMinn. Again, it's not going to be anything Bo Cagle's never seen because he's been around for a while. But they're going to throw some stuff at them. They're going to go out and compete, and I think it's going to be a really, really good football game next Friday night at Walker Valley.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about it, McMinn, as Miha is up and is going to be helped off the field with Coach Brown and a trainer and favoring that left leg. McMinn beat Bradley last week, not a region game. McMinn may beat Cleveland tonight, leading by 12 with 4 minutes to go in the game, not a region game. Next week is, in my opinion, for the region championship.
Agree.
For Region 4, Class 5A. I just think that McMinn and Walker are the two best teams in that region. And so very well next week could determine a region champ as McMinn goes to Walker.
And you're going to, again, that's a region game. So, these games all matter. Don't get me wrong, but, those region games matter more. And so you're going to get the best from both teams. You're going to see some things offensively from both teams that you haven't seen these first 2 weeks because they will have saved some stuff for that region game. And that's going to, I think you're going to see a really good football game next week.
I'm really surprised that through 7.5 quarters of play this year, as the ball goes over, Cleveland didn't get the first down. Here's a give. It's going to be Peanut to the left side, inside the 20 and out at the 17. I'm really surprised through 7.5 quarters this year, McMinn has yet to turn it over, Greg. That's just an unbelievable, to me, stat.
Yeah, that's it's a stat that Coach Cagle wants to hang his hat on as well, just, that they are doing what they need to do to hold on to the football. 16 carries. Peanut just went over 100 yards. 16 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown for Peanut.
Now he's got more because he's going into the end zone. From 17 yards out, Peanut Dyer just refused to go down as this tired Cleveland D couldn't bring the big guy down. He's like hitting a bowling ball. So Peanut Dyer, third touchdown on the season, I believe. McMinn's extra point coming up as they explode here in the fourth quarter. Kick is good, and that will put 40 on the board for McMinn. 40-21. McMinn trailed at one point, 21-13.
Well, Terry, that's what I was just getting ready to say. They've run off 27 straight against Cleveland. Again, it's just they just kept wearing them down, and that big offensive line just they imposed their will in the second half against this young, smaller Cleveland defense.
We'll take a 30-second break and come back with the McMinn kickoff. This is Sports on Mix 104.1.
Ladies, you've spent years putting others first. Your kids, your partner, your parents. You've been the steady one, even when you were running on empty. Always strong, always giving. At Magnolia Dental Center of Cleveland, we see more than just teeth. We see the woman behind the smile, the one who deserves to feel confident, cared for, and finally seen. No judgment, no pressure. Just a gentle, compassionate team ready to give you the care you deserve. Self-care isn't selfish. It's overdue. Call Magnolia Dental Center today because you're worth it. Call 423-476-3307 or visit magnoliadentalcenterofcleveland.com to schedule an appointment today.
3:44 on the clock, 40-21. McMinn comes from a 21-13 deficit to take over the last of the third quarter and all the fourth quarter as the Blue Raiders are now facing a 19-point deficit. And here is McMinn's kickoff. This one taken by Cleveland at the 1-yard line. 15, 20, got a block, 30, and finally tackled at the 40-yard line. Nice return that time. Blue Raiders, good field possession. Cam Wilson, a sophomore, played at Hickson last year, and Cam put on a show going to the 40. Got a nice block around the 25 to get the extra 15.
Yeah, that was a nice return right there. So Cleveland just needs to, again, the game's probably out of reach, but they need something to build on right here. So they need to finish strong and get out of here healthy.
Yes. And McGowan will hand off up the middle. Nobody home for McMinn. 50, 40, foot race, 30, 20, 10. He's in. Brayshawn Beard caught. Maybe McMinn celebrating a little bit because once he hit the hole, nothing there. He goes about 10 to 15 yards without having to dodge a defender, and then somebody hit him around the 5-yard line. He just kept trucking it to the end zone. So Cleveland scores with a dynamic run by Brayshawn Beard. And we've got stoppage. Oh, the man in the white hat is not using a microphone, and I'm talking and not watching him. So, Greg, did you catch the call?
I did not. I did not see what happened.
Well, they're still... Okay, now ball is set for play. 3:23 to go, and Cleveland's point after coming up. They'll go for 2. Conversion would cut it to an 11-point game. Never say never, Greg.
Never say never.
McGowan. Good snap, rolls, looks, fires for the end zone. Evans is in there with a 2-point catch. Dax Evans on a 2-point catch, his first reception of the year, and Blue Raiders strike for 8 quick points to make it 40-29. Cleveland's kickoff coming up after this 60-second break. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply.
Duracell in Cleveland is hiring mechanical skilled technicians, $22 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com.
When you need a new roof, it's all about trust. Your home is too big an investment and you can't afford to make a mistake. Cleveland Plywood has the products and expertise you're looking for. Contractors have trusted them for over 50 years, and they carry only proven products from reputable suppliers like IKO. IKO Cambridge is one of the heaviest weight asphalt shingles you can buy, and their limited warranties are among the industry's best. Protect the investment you've made in your home. Go with the pros at Cleveland Plywood, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland. Call 472-3357.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
3:23 to go in this one. McMinn 40, Cleveland 29. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz coming up. Jim Gunn, the one and only Andy Jenkins coming up. And that's Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. When we finish here, we may get one of those guys on at the next time out. We'll see about that, see if Keeley can arrange that. But two great guys, two lovers of high school football. And so try to get one of those on in a couple of moments. 3:23 on the clock. Cleveland tees it up for an onside kick to the left side.
Must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct after they scored the touchdown there, because they're back 15.
Cleveland kicking from their 25-yard line. Bouncing football. Can Cleveland get it? Oh, so close. Cleveland had a chance at their own 40. It went through a McMinn County up man, and also one that was in the second line of McMinn County. Cleveland dove, but couldn't retrieve it before it goes out.
They had their hands on it, and then at the end, Maddox Frazier was able to fall on it. They definitely had a chance at it.
I tell you, Bolaños has a good future ahead of him. Excellent.
As an onside kicker?
All kinds of kicking. So exciting at the ball game, but Cleveland just couldn't control it before it goes out. And it went 35 yards, Greg, before going out of bounds. That's pretty good for an onside kick.
No doubt. No doubt.
Just over 3 to go in this one. And then Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, Jim and Andy. Here is Luke Lawson weaving his way through and finally goes down.
I mean, they come out 3 minutes left, up 11, 5 wide. That's an interesting interesting way to start the drive.
Well,
got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, their coach is on top. Must have called that, Greg.
Since they're back up there now.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. And here goes Peanut for a first down, and they may run clock now. Peanut Dyer, the bowling ball, carries for 8. More than 8. Give him to the Cleveland 44-yard.
Yeah, he got about 13 on that. 18 for 136 and 2 touchdowns now. Cleveland. And he's just falling in behind that, but kind of go forth that offensive line and just running.
And same song, second verse, coming up to stop him will be Donatolis and also Westfield. But not before he goes to the 35-yard line.
Another Cleveland player down, Edens.
Walker Valley will game plan for stopping the bowling ball, that's for sure.
They're going to see him a lot.
Yes. For Cleveland, as Lacorius Eddings goes out, coming in is Landon Lowe. Clock at the 2-minute mark. Ball at the 34 of Cleveland. Cleveland just trying to preserve. Right now, just keep them out of the end zone. And it's going to be the bowling ball again. And Peanut is down to the 28-yard line. Well, one offensive lineman for McMinn County is still blocking 10 yards beyond where the ball was stopped.
Terry, Jim's ready in there and ready to talk to you whenever you're ready.
All right. As soon as we get a timeout here, Jim, lay some knowledge on us. Clock at 1:15. We may not get another timeout here unless somebody runs out of gas.
That may be me.
1 minute to go in a lively broadcast from McMinn. Bowling ball to the 20-yard line. Under a minute to go. I'll tell you what, as soon as this game's over, we'll talk to Jim and then go post-game and then turn it over to Jim and Andy for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. But, Jim, hang on. As soon as the horn sounds, we'll come to you.
21 for 159 now for Peanut Dyer.
Oh, my. And they're just waiting for the official, the back judge. Now he raises his hand because the play clock's not working. Kneel down by Lawson. That's going to be the ball game. The final's going to be McMinn 40, Cleveland 29. Back at the station, Jim Gum, who will have Hardy's Friday Night Blitz coming up. Jim, first of all, how are you? And second of all, what did you think about Bradley and Walker Valley?
Well, I'm doing well, and I hope you guys are doing well and have a safe trip back town to Bradley County. But, man, the Bradley Walker Valley game was exciting. Bradley jumped out early. You know, they had that lead, and they dominated. They really ran the ball well. They didn't have to throw it that much. It was just a ground. Basically, they just ran it all night long. And Walker Valley did score one late touchdown to make the score a little bit more closer than the game really was. But no, Bradley, listen, we know what happened last week at Bradley. Penalty after penalty after penalty. Well, they cleaned it up a little bit, and they played much better football. And honestly, Walker Valley made a lot of mistakes that they didn't make last week. So it was a tale of two. Listen, you always hear the change between week 1 and week 2, and that was very apparent tonight.
All right. Jim, Greg's got a question for you.
So Jim, you were at the game tonight. Did Bradley run Braden Carroll? Did they put him at quarterback quite a bit? Last week the Cook kid kind of struggled a little bit with throwing the ball and getting it out there. And I assume they probably were going to put Braden Carroll at quarterback some tonight and just pound and ground the football. Is that kind of what happened?
Did put him back there at times. Like I said, Cook did quarterback the majority of the game, but yes, he did. And and obviously every time he was back there, he ran the ball, and they ran it very effectively. I mean, listen, Bradley's offensive line really played well. They did a great job of just holding their blocks without holding, if you will. They did a great job of opening up the holes. And, listen, Bradley did have a few penalties that hurt him, but for the most part, it was a typical high school football game. And like I said, last week it was just an abomination when it comes to penalties. I thought Bradley looked like the more physical football team tonight. Now, if they played again next week, it may be completely different, but Bradley really played well tonight.
All right, Jim, you and Andy Jenkins have Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. Looking forward to it. Greg and I are going to wrap it up here on the post game and get it back to you as soon as we can. It's near the 10 o'clock hour, and Life Care closes its doors in a few minutes. I'm going to have to really hustle to get back to the room.
I got to get you back, Terry.
That's right.
Guys, be careful getting home, okay?
Okay, Jim. Thank you. Let's go to the post-game show here on Mix 104.1 so we can get things back to Jim. Post-game stats, Cleveland Fasteners and Supply. For all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else, and if they ain't got it, you don't need it. On Starview Drive, Cleveland Fasteners and Supplies post-game stats.
Thank you, Terry. So Luke Lawson tonight, 18 of 26, 249 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 11 times for 33 yards and another touchdown. So total of 4 touchdowns for him. Peanut Dyer, 21 for 159 and 2 touchdowns tonight. So he just that offensive line in McMinn County just did it all, pass block, run block. They just did it all. McMinn rushing the ball tonight, 36 carries for 226 yards. Drake Frazier was 8 catches for 151 yards. Kessler only had 2 catches for 19, but he had a touchdown. And Jackson Gonzalez was 3 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. So 475 yards of total offense for McMinn County. For Cleveland tonight, Casey McGowan, 16 of 30, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 13 carries for 22 yards and another touchdown. Rashawn Beard had 9 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. Of course, most of those yards came on one play in the fourth quarter for a 59-yard touchdown. So 218 yards passing, 24 for 113 rushing. Kyrese Westfield had 1 in the second half. And again, it's a tale of 2 halves, Terry. He had 5 catches for 86 yards in the first half and 1 catch for 0 yards in the second half. They've got to find a way to consistently get him the football. Kyrie Scott, 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown, and Emilio Green, Lacorius Edens, 1 for 19 and a touchdown, with Emilio Green 2 for 43. Cleveland had 331 yards rushing tonight.
All right, Greg, thank you very much for the stats. And now, Dale's Heating and Air Player of the Game, Just Kyle Dales.
All right, Terry. Again, McMinn County played well tonight. I've got to give it to a McMinn County player. And again, Casey McGowan makes a case for being the player of the game. But McMinn County, puts up 40 tonight. Luke Lawson had 4 touchdowns. Peanut Dyer had 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm going to do co-players of the game with those two. So Luke Lawson, 18 for 26, 249, and 3 touchdowns and another rushing touchdown. And Peanut Dyer, 21 for 159 and 2 touchdowns. And Terry, I could have very easily given it to the McMinn County offensive line as well. So McMinn County plays well tonight, and it's going to be I'm excited to see what happens next week at Walker Valley when McMinn goes down and visits the Mustangs.
Absolutely. So that's going to wrap up the broadcast tonight from McMinn County High School here in Athens, Tennessee. Stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz with Jim Gum, Andy Jenkins. This broadcast is dedicated to everybody who would love to have been in Athens tonight to see this game, but for whatever reason you could not be here. Work obligations, health issues, you don't live in the area anymore, and picked up the game on My Mix 104.1 app. For whatever reason you would love to have been here and couldn't, this broadcast is dedicated to you. Terry Evans from the Friendly City saying good night, everybody. Stay tuned for Hardy's.